and welcome to Adrenochrome. Today we are going to be playing Pandemic Legacy, the month of June, part 1. Hopefully there won't be a part 2. Hopefully we'll just win this biz and just knock it out. My name is Kat. This is Becca, Jenna, and Mitch. If you've not watched it before, go back and watch the previous ones. Don't, spoil June for yourself without seeing the other months. We are sponsored by Arknight, makers of flat plastic minis and various maps. We won't be using either of those because why would we for this? We're also sponsored by OG Original Gamer. Check out their website. Buy a t-shirt. Buy a bunch of t-shirts. This episode is previously recorded, so if you watch every single thing on this channel, number 1, thanks. Number 2, yes, the follower count is off. That is because this is pre-recorded. That's just how life is. You'll have to learn to live with it. Your mom and I still love you very much.
I hate you, personally.
I'm ambivalent.
I'm also ambivalent.
I was like, I don't know you.
Ambivalence. Okay.
Right, we got the right spectrum going.
Yay!
So, with Pandemic Legacy, what makes it different than regular Pandemic? And really, why are you watching a show about board games if you don't know what Pandemic is? What am I talking about?
We want them to watch. We don't want you to talk them out of it.
Watch. Now that you're currently watching, watch it. At any rate, the difference between Legacy and regular Pandemic is in Legacy, there's a Legacy deck. So we are into the month of June, and it says, draw this card just before you set up your first game in June. June mission briefing. Oh yes, there will be things coming out of the top secret dossier.
Okay, I will oversee the opening of these.
Thing.
You're our best team, and you are doing exactly what we need you to do. But even you can't do the job without the right equipment. We're gathering resources to help your team do what's asked of you. Pick up your equipment at military bases and research stations. So there's going to be things that we can start picking up, apparently. The first thing we're opening up is J, the letter J.
Which, game creators, if you are watching this, thanks for putting them in order.
Alright, this is Equip. Add a military equipment sticker to a card in your hand if you are at a military base, or add a medical equipment sticker to a card in your hand if you are at a research station. Each city card can only have one sticker.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Can you pass that
there,
around?
Yeah.
Take a look.
Are there stickers on that, or?
No.
And I
I
can
mean,
see
this
there's
is a
nothing written
sticker.
underneath.
Yeah.
It might be one of
Well,
the...
that's a rule then.
Yeah, that's those.
Yeah.
That goes in the J rule.
So apparently, that's going to let us do something, I imagine.
We can pick
I
up.
would imagine so. The next one is 46. The numbers are in order, so.
46.
Oh, it's the last one.
That has writing on it.
Equip. Add a sticker to one of your city cards if in a military... Oh, these are
Oh, they're
abilities.
for our action.
Oh, they're
For-
action.
Oh!
It's
Oh.
an action for our,
We put this on...
cards.
Yeah, we put these on these
And
cards.
is there something written underneath there, by the way? There was something written underneath there. On 49.
Add a sticker to each reference card.
There you go.
I was like, it wasn't yellow though, so it wasn't a box.
So I will take one, pass it around.
Okay.
Take one down.
So it goes under build roadblocks.
Yep.
Cool.
Why can't I put it on the back of it?
Because you
can.
could, but that doesn't mean that it's not in order!
Do what
Don't
you
tell me
want.
what to do!
I doggo
Okay.
on my foot.
Derg.
Okay.
Little baby.
Okay, next up is number 17.
At least. 17. Oh, interesting. What are these?
Are those the stickers?
No, these are, I don't know what these are.
Read them.
Is there something written underneath it?
No. It just says medical equipment, induced pluripotent stem cells. This card can be used as a city card of any color when finding a cure, not an action. Oh, these are the cards that they're talking about we can add to another.
Yeah.
And so, then the other one is a military equipment, drone escort. Discard this card when you drive ferry into a collapsing or fallen city. You do not need to spend any additional cards. Military, and then it's a duplicate of drone escort. So there's 2 of those there. If you guys want to.
So you can add one of those to one of these
Yep.
as an action.
Yep.
Sick.
provided that you're in a military or
Or
research, and it has to
station.
correspond.
Gotcha.
That was number 17. Next is number 3. So
Three?
right on the top.
Awesome.
It's just more.
One of
Oh,
those.
these are. The other one is medical equipment field hospital. Discard to add a research station to your city, regardless of panic level. For this turn only, it may not be made permanent.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's just like if you want to cure a disease, you can.
Yeah. Military equipment grenade belt. Discard at any time to remove one faded figure from the city you are in.
Presumably by blowing them up with a grenade.
Grenade belt, actually.
Aren't these people still human, not actual zombies as we call them?
Well,
No.
Technically, they're humans.
but
Okay.
they have an incurable disease.
That doesn't mean we blow them up automatically.
But what if it keeps them from spreading the disease?
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Can you again?
No, you're starter.
Just turned real.
No, you're starter.
Oh, right, because a collapsing or fallen city, you normally have to discard additional.
Yep.
You have to discard one card of the city's color to get into the
Yeah,
city.
and when they're fallen, it's actually 2.
One more, yeah.
Lucky duckies, man.
Okay,
Any more?
they're just reading.
I mean, obviously, I think that induced pluripotent stem cells should be stuck to a red card.
Yeah.
Because,
2?
Number 2?
sorry, I was
No,
busy.
no, you're fine. Take your time.
No, you can go ahead and take
Which?
it off.
Oh, is it 2?
It's number 2.
It's number 2.
And it's just. Oh God, these are all medical equipment.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's all gonna be.
It's 3 hazmat suits. Discard this card when starting your turn in a city containing faded figures. You do not have to take a scar.
Ooh la la.
And there's
la,
3 of
la,
those.
La, la, la.
Oh, so if you're in a
So if it allows you to stay in a faded city.
right,
With-
but you have to discard the card.
Yeah.
too. And
So-
that's another one that's on a research station.
So can we put all these stickers on these cards now?
No.
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 Okay.
So you can only
They're
do
an
it when
it's
you.
an action. And
Oh,
it
it's
has
an
to be-
action during your turn.
It has to be.
Oh, I
you have
see.
to be in a research station to put one on a medical
Or a military base?
or in the military base.
Okay,
to put
so
on a
I
military.
didn't read the sticker, I just put it on my
Okay.
card.
No, that's
I failed.
Cool.
And it's one of the cards you have in your hand, so that it then allows you to use that card later.
Right,
Okay.
which is why I'm saying the induced pluripotent stem cells. This card can be used as a city card of any color when finding a cure. That's
That's pretty
high priority.
potent.
Yeah, but-
pretty potent.
obviously
Eh.
something we want to also wait. We
No.
want to wait for
Nobody,
it.
you
though.
get that? Yeah.
We want to wait for it though.
So you know what you need.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, no, you could just put it on a red one because it doesn't matter, and then you would just hold on to it
That's actually a good idea.
because you don't have
Yeah.
to say what it is until you want to use it. Probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, putting it on a red card. would be-
All right, where would you like these to live?
Why don't they live between you and Jenna because there's
Yeah.
space there right
Sick.
now.
We're in charge.
Charge of stickers.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea.
Hey!
So we opened J 46, 17, 3, and 2. That's it for that card.
Okay, there's no yellow, so no boxes.
No boxes.
What we gotta do to
Good.
get the box?
We've got a new
What's in the
player.
box? Sorry.
California, stay away from here.
Soldier.
Oh,
You do not gain a scar if you begin your turn in a city with faded figures. For any action, you may pick up an equipment card from the discard pile. You cannot discover a cure.
Ooh.
at all?
So that would actually be really good to take care of this.
Yeah. 'cause
Oh,
Can
well-
you pass it around so we can all read it?
yeah, I just want to read it again one more time.
Sure.
Actually,
But we've got the what's it? Who's it? Is the
There's a dog. on
quarantine
foot.
specialist that was really good over here too.
yeah, the quarantine specialist is pretty bomb over there.
Aw. Soldier's birthday is June 18th. Just like my friend Aaron.
Okay.
AA Ron.
It's an E-R-I-N, Aaron.
I know,
though.
but not it's a boy, so it should be Aaron.
His name is totally Aaron.
I was like, his name's totally Aaron.
Hey, Ron.
AA Ron.
Okay. Do not gain a scar if you begin your turn in a city with faded figures. For an action, you may pick up an equipment card from the discard pile. You cannot discover a cure.
The cannot discover a cure thing makes it everything
Yeah.
significantly less useful. So obviously we still have the same objectives.
Okay. So military base discovered 3 cures.
I don't think. Do we have to still have to do the military bases?
We can if we want to.
It's one of the
Quarantine
options.
7
We have
faded
to.
cities.
We have to do
eradicate
3.
1 disease.
Right, we definitely have to cure 3 diseases, and then we have the option of doing any of the others.
Other 2.
2 of the others, yeah.
What's the red text on this one?
That's a good question.
It
These
has to be there.
quarantines must be. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, in place at the end of the game.
Okay, well, before we decide who we play, place outbreaks, cure markers, present objective. So I've done it up to step 3. Next up, we are going to place infection rate markers and infect 9 cities.
Do we have any other cards, or is that those are the
That was
ones
it. I'm up to stop at the end of your first game in June. Before selecting your game head upgrade, open the following door and then draw this card.
Okay.
So there will be a door that gets opened at the end of June.
Ooh. All right.
It's just been really fast.
So this is the first one with 3.
Yep.
What you mean?
Oh, great.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
So that is 3
You
of
guys
the
should do
faded people.
chips.
I put the stickers for the faded cities with the faded. So the faded, in case you've decided to skip ahead to this point, are see-through zombies. Basically, they're kind of nasty. Okay, next 3 person.
Algiers.
Okay, 3 in Algiers,
Okay, Peppy.
which I think is a 2 already.
It is a 2.
But luckily, it's right next to Istanbul, where we have both a military base and a
It's.
research station.
It's right there.
Yep. I'm just looking to see. This is confusing from this angle. I was trying to see if they're connected, and they are.
They are.
Next.
Hello.
So if you
Next.
cover up Istanbul, then
Crap.
Great. We know where our problems are today.
Oh god, and they're right next to each other too.
yeah, that's not good.
Excuse me.
Because we can't get rid of them either.
No, and there's also the chance for an outbreak into Kolkata,
Mm-hmm.
which is currently not faded.
Roadblock time.
Yay. Okay. Next one is going to be 2. Is Chicago.
Okay, so now we're getting to the 2s. Chicago is our only one that's a rioting city in the United States.
That sounds about right. Chicago loves to riot.
I think
I've
it's
never
the
been.
I think it's the only one that's rioting in the Western Hemisphere, isn't it?
They're like, it's St.
Yes.
Patrick's Day. They're rioting.
Okay, what's our
Dog.
next 2?
Ooh.
Sydney.
Okay,
Oh, shit.
there's 2 more faded figures.
Okay.
Next one is Jakarta.
Oh, shit. Jesus. Is it possible to lose before you start?
Okay, now on to the 1s. Is Mexico City.
Okay,
This dog.
Mexico City, please.
I got you.
Buenos Aires.
okay.
Buenos Aires.
And San Francisco.
Okay.
Yee.
Red. Red's an issue.
Alright, so now we get to select funded events and add them to the deck and then deal out the player cards. So our funded events options. We've got forecast, draw and look at and rearrange the top. We get to pick 4 of these, by the way.
Cool.
Draw, look at, and rearrange the top 6 decks from the infection deck. Put them back on top. I always like
Yes.
adding that one.
We have
Yes,
used
that
that.
is
One
saved
right.
us.
One quiet night, skip the next infect city step.
We also
Yes.
like that one.
Airlift, move any one pawn to any city. This can include riding, collapsing, or fallen cities. Get permission before moving another player's pawns.
maybe.
Eh.
It's a maybe, yeah.
Borrowed time. The current player takes 2 extra actions this turn.
That's stronger, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Local initiative. Place a quarantine marker on any 2 cities on the board.
Ooh.
Even
That's
stronger,
a
maybe.
maybe.
Because, honestly, like, we're looking at a heavy quarantine
Yeah.
thing going on. Resilient population. Remove any 1 card in the infection discard pile from the game. You may play this between the infect and intensify steps of an epidemic.
I think it goes in this pile.
Remote treatment. Remove 2 disease cubes from the board. I'll put that down with airlift.
Yeah.
It might be good.
Flexible aid package. Discard 1 to 3 city cards from your hand, the current player takes one additional action for every card you discard.
I kind of like that
Which for
one.
me is a
Wait,
more
say that
souped up
again?
version of borrowed time. So you can discard 1 to 3 city cards of your hand
To get more actions?
to get more actions to whatever player is currently playing. So it doesn't have to be for you, it could be for
Oh,
anybody.
wait.
Yeah, I say put that at the
I like
top.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
goes over here for me.
Okay.
Because, like,
Government grant is at a research station.
Bottom.
New assignment. One player, including the active player, may discard their current character and replace it with an unused named character.
Meh.
Okay. And remote outpost. Add 1 military base to any city. I see no reason to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, well, there's our 4.
So we have our 4. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't. Do we want to argue between those two
Not
and those
really.
two? Okay.
no. These are the
No, because I
superior
feel like
cards.
the flexible aid package is the better version of borrowed time.
Okay.
What's the other one that we've got in there?
We added in a
Local,
local
initiative.
initiative. Place a quarantine marker on any 2 cities.
Oh
on the
yeah,
board.
and that's because of we're already having that bad situation over there.
we
Yeah.
have issues.
Normally I would debate using that one, but not for this.
Huh?
You
So
have issues.
if you want
I
to
think it was
shuffle those in and then deal 2 cards out to everybody.
We need to put those guys in.
No.
Too, right?
Not yet.
Nope.
Oh.
Those go in first, and then we shuffle, and
I was like, wait, I shouldn't touch those. We've learned. I bring bad luck.
No, we all do.
Hey.
It's not just you. Okay, bye. Love you.
Where's she going?
She went to her bed.
Oh, that's
At
nice.
some point we're gonna have rule sticker B and rule sticker C. I don't know when and rule sticker D. There's currently an 8th step that isn't even mentioned.
Dang.
God. It's getting intense, guys. It's like camping. Chips.
Then the next step is going to be putting in those up.
Really?
I'm surprised she hasn't begged for any.
yeah. Anybody want to cut?
Wah, wah.
Okay, and then everybody gets 2.
Everybody gets 2.
Here comes fate.
God. What's that?
Alright, since these all are shown face up, I will let you know that I've got Montreal and Paris.
I got Chicago and Taipei. So 1 goes in Taipei, yeah.
I have Riyadh and Khartoum.
Yeah.
No, not until we're actually playing does anything like that
Okay.
happen.
Alright.
Oh, so if he had drawn that on a turn, it would get a faded figure, but since he got it in the initial, this is just turn.
Yeah,
Oh.
it doesn't happen during the initial.
Okay, cool. Just
How many
checking.
equal decks
Five.
to 5? They were close to equal.
You would think that by now I would have counted them to figure out how many
Yeah.
there should be in each pile.
I don't think you're supposed to count. You're supposed to just kind of eyeball it.
I don't think you understand who I am.
I'm surprised you were the one who's like, yeah, let's
I'm
not
not.
count.
I'm a Virgo with obsessive compulsive disorder. We
You wanna
both are. It's
pass
really
one
fun
down?
living
Actually, I
with
think
us.
it's
I'm a Leo.
Pass it down.
Add a figure when drawing a player card matching the coda color.
Yeah, that says drawing. It doesn't say having been dealt. Here, shuffle these. I think that's a safe.
Is there an
symbol.
epidemic in this already?
They're in there, yep.
It's a very tiny pile.
I know.
That's
can't like
the size of the pile.
I can't shuffle it very well.
You can add 9 onto the stack.
Wait, count it. I'm just curious.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I have 9.
10.
Oh,
So
wow.
close enough.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Pretty good.
Good job. Okay, set.
And then 1, 2, 3,
What's
4,
happening to
5,
you?
6,
There's no
7,
dog.
8,
Okay, it's
9,
Mitch's-
10, 11.
Leg hair.
This one, sorry, this one is 12.
I'm just like, what? Why does the dog keep
I was
licking
worried
me?
for a second that you were about to start shuffling the pile again. Okay, so
God
what
damn
colors
it,
does
That
everybody
is
have?
hysterical.
Stop it, go away.
I've got two. By the way, you can hand me back the top secret dossiers. You don't need them anymore.
Oh, okay.
Get
Oh
some.
my god, that's
You still
so
need
funny.
the stickers.
Oh, sure. I will keep those.
Oh my god.
I kept
I was
thinking
like,
the
what is
dog kept
happening? The
licking
dog
me, and I
is
was like,
over
"What
there."
is happening?" And I was like, "Oh, it's your leg
She's
hair.
over
It's
there.
tickling me on my knee."
Okay, so what
I need to
color
wear
cards does
pants,
everybody
apparently.
have? I've got 2 blues.
I
Black
have
and black and blue.
black and yellow.
Black and yellow. Black and yellow.
What colors do you have?
Oh,
My
sorry.
life recently, apparently.
Blue and red.
Okay, so we're chucking along on blue, and blue is you don't need a research station, right?
No, that's yellow.
No, blue also. That was
Oh.
one of our
We
year.
put
Our
that
Yeah,
on.
yellow you can also cure between turns.
Oh, right. It's in just an immediate cure. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yellow is you don't need to be in a research station and you don't need to spend an action. And then blue is you no longer need to be in a research station.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
But we lost because of yellow last time.
that's true. Well, I definitely say we need the what's it? What's it?
Quarantine.
Yeah, the quarantine specialist.
Rosa.
Yep.
And that'll go to whoever goes first.
Okay, so we have dispatcher.
This time out, I would suggest that we park her down in Milan, though. Or not Milan, Manila. Sorry, Milan's over here. Because Manila's like next to Sydney,
Yeah.
Ho Chi Minh City, and do we want to figure out who's going first?
Well, and she's also got the military
Let's
thing
just-
too, so
let's
she
figure
can
out
actually jump back and
before.
forth between these two pretty
Yeah.
easy.
Do we want to determine who goes first or do we want to determine who is getting played?
let's figure out.
Let's these guys.
Let's figure out who goes first.
So we can get rid of some of them. We don't need the dispatcher. We don't need the colonel, right?
Everybody touch.
As an action, remove a faded
Put your
figure
finger
from
on.
your city.
Okay, I'm Rosa.
Rosa.
Okay, colonel. As an action, remove a faded figure from your city if there's a military base in your region.
Can I see it again?
We might need this one
Let me
today,
read it.
guys.
I'm I'm a visual person in nature. Oh, his birthday's the day before mine. As an action, remove a faded figure from your city if there's a military base in your region. You may drive or ferry across roadblocks without spending a card. You need 2 additional cards to discover a cure. That's kind of shitty.
He's not going to be discovering any cures.
No, he isn't.
But we
He
might
can
need
do
him
some
to
other good
remove some
shit.
faded figures.
I think that we should leave him as a consideration.
Okay. And then we have Burley, which I don't think we need anymore.
I don't
No.
think we need Burley for this.
Okay.
one.
Sorry, Burley. My boo.
I think
Medic.
we need Nully.
So, researcher, medic, scientist.
Which one of the scientists is that?
4
4
cards.
cards. Oh, we would have won last time if we had played her.
And then we have generals who can do 5 actions. And then a soldier. You do not gain a scar if you begin your turn faded to city faded figures. For an action, you may pick up an equipment card from the discard pile, but you cannot discover a cure.
There should be an additional couple of I purposely put it with them.
The relationships.
Relationships.
Yeah, they're there.
If we wanted to do generalist, then I would highly suggest that we establish a relationship between her and Millie.
Do we get to just do that?
Yes,
I thought
because
we got these as.
we've never played the generalist.
Yeah, we can put stuff on her before we start.
Oh, I thought for some reason that relationships were like the
Special things that you get at the end.
yeah. But,
No,
okay.
they're when you first name a
So,
character.
okay, so we need to
So
play...
anybody we haven't played before. We
Yes.
Can, okay, got you.
Sorry. So we need to play the researcher. We need to play the medic. These 2 are out already. I think we only need to play one of those guys. Because
I don't
we
know
can't
if
have
we-
both of them because they both cannot discover cures.
I don't know if we need to play the medic, and just hear me out on this. In that, what we have right now for problems are places that the medic can even affect are Algiers, Mexico City, Buenos Aires, Chicago, and San Francisco. So I don't know how 100% useful the medic is.
Well, the medic makes it easy to eradicate a disease,
That's true. Okay.
which is an objective.
And I mean, as we've seen in other games too, like any one of those could blow up
Yeah.
without.
I mean,
That's
there could be
fair.
6
Okay.
blue cards
I
right in the
agree
middle.
then.
Yeah.
We'll keep the medic. So who else do we
I
have?
think I think part of the reason I really like the medic is because we understand how that character works, and he's also got the ability to the thing where we fucked up before, but now we will never forget that he can clear from the adjacent city.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a big thing. So I don't know. I would be.
So this is just my suggestion. I say we play these two,
Is researcher doing
one
it?
of these guys and one of these guys.
Well, she's
Wait,
already got
she's
hers.
already
We already
got
got
Oh,
hers.
never mind. Sorry, I forgot
So we
about
have
that.
to. So really, we're just choosing for the three of us.
So okay, we have to choose between these four then, I guess, right?
So what is the point of the generalist for me?
They get an extra action.
5
per turn.
actions,
5 actions.
Which
That's what it was.
would help
That'd be,
greatly.
that's a lot.
And like I said, the thing that I think would make that useful is if you establish a relationship between her and Millie, so that
Is that the one that gives cards?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was what's friends with?
I think it's
No.
I don't know because I'm not looking at Millie right now. She's already got that relationship.
Coworkers
with her.
share
Coworkers
knowledge,
Coworkers.
and the
with.
researcher can pass any card. So we would make her coworkers with the researcher.
Can you read the rule about the dog tags?
They
Yeah.
move. They can move.
They can just
Military.
move that.
Between
That's all they
between
do.
bases.
Okay.
Wait, is it just bases?
They can also move between research stations, but they have the option
anyone
of moving
can do
between
that.
military bases.
Can they? But they can't move between a research station and a military base.
No,
Okay.
it's only military base to military base or research station to research station. Anybody can move between research stations, but only the people with the dog tags can move between military
Right.
bases.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what I think.
My gut is saying we need to play Colonel today.
I also think that, and I was gonna say, I think we should play the Colonel. And
You're
I think
holding up
that
Soldier.
that's-
Yeah, sorry. I was
She's
taking him
she's
out of
taking it out.
consideration.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should play the Colonel.
What's the Colonel do again?
He
can
takes
take-
a fated figure out of the city if there's a military base in the region.
Which there
Which
are
there are
two
in
permanent
both of
ones,
those.
and where
And
our
he can
issue
go
is.
across roadblocks.
Yeah, without spending a card.
Oh, okay, yeah, then we should definitely be doing roadblocks.
I'm
My only concern with this is that he has to be in the city. So he basically had to kind of like do a drive-by of a fated figure. Like he'd have to go into the city, take one out, and keep moving.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
like that's my only concern.
That would be his whole job.
Yeah. I just am a little worried because we die if we run out of figures,
Well, what-
right?
In that case, I think we need to establish
we
a
do.
relationship between him and another character, not the researcher, that says that when he discards cards,
That's rivals.
other people can pick it up.
That's rivals.
Because what are the other options?
Well, he doesn't have to discard cards to go into the cities, though.
Can I see the research or the generalist really quickly?
Yes.
Sorry.
It's
No, I'm just trying to
literally
find
5
a useful
actions.
thing for him.
Yeah.
There's also, if you start the turn in the same city as a friend, you may look up and not rearrange the top 2 cards of the player deck. Or if you start the turn in the same city as a family member, gain 1 extra action. That might be a good one to
Put it on the
have
generalist.
him and. Well, that might be a good one to have between what's his name,
Those two.
the Colonel and Rosa, because they're going to be in the same area.
Oh, true.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I just don't want to do one between him and the researcher because he takes so much to cure. It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
pointless.
that's a waste.
Oh, yeah.
So I think. So are we going to do the colonel then?
I think we
I
should
think
do.
we need to.
I think we're doing the Colonel, and I would suggest having a relationship between him and Rosa because they're going to be in the same area.
Okay.
So, do you think that should be
I think it should be if you
to
start.
gain an extra action?
I think that should be the gain an extra action. I've got these.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Wait, how many relationships?
Those
does she
are just
have?
like it's a whole placeholder.
She only gets 2 altogether.
Oh, okay.
We just put them on the general.
Oh
list. We
yeah,
can use it.
I have them inside of the journal
Yeah.
list right
Oh,
now
okay.
because we reread the rules and realized we had done it wrong.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, guys.
No, I think that makes sense.
Okay, so we have to name this guy.
Oh yeah. What are
What's
we
a
gonna
good
name
colonel
him?
name, guys?
Colonel Mustard.
Yeah, I mean obviously his name is Mustard.
Kitty.
Ooh, hang on a second.
Franchi.
Yeah, Colonel Franchi Mustard.
We went to the River Cats and there was a player named Franchi. Like not Frenchie, but Franchi.
Franchy.
It was great.
Oh, I
Um,
spelled it I-E.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's even better. Franchi.
Oh, yeah. Franchi Mustard.
Okay, and he's
So
family.
they're family members.
They're family members.
Oh.
Wait, don't.
The
What?
Mustard
I
family.
have a sticker for it already.
Oh.
But they each get one.
I already put one on Rosa.
Okay, sorry.
So
Look how easy that is to fix. Who?
Okay, so
I need
those
to
two.
grab the whiteout to fix these, but
Colonel Franchi Mustard.
well, we
Franchi.
can do the cross out and write the names next to them.
What is her name?
Rosa.
Spicy chips.
Okay.
Okay, so we Colonel, Rosa,
Yeah.
So where's
And
the
then we
Rosa
need to-
card?
choose
I'm holding
between.
it.
Okay. So we're just changing this
Yes.
one.
Yes.
What do you think?
All right.
I guess the generalist is also still kind of in this.
So the question is like how
No, I think we've already decided which
we
one.
decide who we're playing. It's going to
Oh.
be the medic, the researcher, the colonel.
So that one's out.
Yeah. So the ones that are out, you could just hand to me. I'll put them over here.
I mean, I don't
Okay.
really know that it really matters which or actually.
Who else is there right now? I don't know what card you're looking at.
The Colonel.
Okay.
I'm just wondering because like we know we take Rosa first. I'm wondering if maybe taking him second is probably the better thing to do.
I think that's a good idea. Well, I could see an argument for
Keep them
playing.
out. You might need them.
Okay. Here, I'll go up here.
I could see an argument. I can take them right now, actually.
Are we gonna play the generalist?
No, we're not.
No, we've
Oh.
already we've picked our fortune.
Oh, sorry.
I missed that also. So
Okay.
Because remember we automatically take Rosa, and so there's only 3 left to pick.
Yes.
Okay, I thought we were still discussing.
No,
that.
we decided we were going to use the Colonel. You said that yourself.
Yeah, you did.
I thought we
Okay.
I thought we were gonna make choices one by one down the line, but that's okay.
Oh no, we
I don't
because
think-
we already know we were going to use these 2.
Okay.
Plus we're trying to figure out which 4th character to take.
Okay, that was confusing, but we're good now.
I would
Okay.
argue that you need to play the medic to take care of this
Mm-hmm.
immediately
Okay.
before we have an outbreak.
Okay.
Because both, as long as we've got Rosa over in Manila right off,
Yeah, you can
then
quarantine that.
I can start quarantining because
Yeah.
I can. I think the action is, let's see. If you're in a military base, you may quarantine an adjacent city with the quarantine action. So I just
And then once per turn, you get to quarantine any
a city. Yeah.
Doesn't have to be adjacent.
So I'll probably
1 action, 2,
yeah.
3, 4.
I'm gonna start her in Istanbul, quarantine Manila. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna move to Manila. That's 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna quarantine Hong Kong and Ho Chi Minh City.
Good call.
Okay. Did we want to put relationships with these people with him too? Or
No,
it's
that
you?
that was it.
Yeah, you can
I
only
think
do
we only
one.
get to do one.
Only one.
So.
Oh, only
all right.
one.
Well, then I guess I'll take the medic then.
Okay, so my Franchi.
Well, you can take.
Between us, we get to be Franchi or Millie.
Who do
I
you
have
wanna
no
be?
preference. I don't care.
Okay.
So now Millie,
Do you want to be Franchi since you're closest to the fated cities?
I think that might be the.
Okay.
Well, and having him go like close to the. Well, I mean.
Kind of in the middle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once it gets going, it's not going to matter where he is.
Well, I think if we are kind of split up, we can. So, like, there's the way that the game flows around. There's kind of
Yeah.
one person who can kind of take care of something in that
That's
area
yeah. That's a good point.
every other turn.
Yeah, rather than waiting 3 turns to get.
Yeah,
this.
and then there's 2 in a row, and then maybe there's not a huge
If-
problem at that time.
yeah. And if the medic and the researcher can meet up at Chicago at some point,
Mm-hmm.
then you can get the researcher can get Chicago, move to San Francisco, and then move to me in Manila because I already have 2 blues.
Yeah.
And then we're really well on the way to getting blue cured because you don't have to be in a research station to cure blue.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there yet, but
Nope.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
So let's begin.
Okay.
I also just want to point out something. If we do try to do the military base in each region, we have to have that card because we don't have Burley.
Yes.
So, if we want to do that one, like,
To build, you have to be in the place.
keep an eye out on your cards and see what we can use and what we cannot. What you can discard.
And you have to discard it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
And then where we need, just so we're clear, we need 1 in Africa, 1 in North America, and 1 in South America.
That's
yes,
right.
this side of the board.
Okay, so let's read up on what all of our characters can do really quickly. So, Rosa, once per turn, you may use the quarantine action to place a quarantine marker anywhere on the board. Quarantine markers are never removed from a city you are in. I have rivals with Burley, irrelevant, Burley's not in the game. Family members with Colonel Mustard. If you start your turn in the same city as a family member, gain 1 extra action.
In the same region?
City.
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 Oh, interesting.
Where the heck?
Okay, so I will be playing the medic, known as Isaac. His abilities are remove all cubes of one color when doing the treat disease action, automatically remove cubes of cured diseases from the city you are in and prevent them from being placed there. And he also has local connections. Once per turn, you may treat disease in a city connected to your city. And then his 1 scar is he's an insomniac, which reduces his hand limit by 1. So I can like 4 cards.
6?
You can only have 6 cards.
6 cards. Or
Okay.
4.
No,
Whatever.
different numbers.
I didn't even catch that, so.
Colonel Francie Mustard.
Yeah.
As an action, remove a faded figure from your city if there's a military base in your region, which there are both automatically. You may drive ferry across roadblocks without spending a card, but I need 2 additional cards of the disease color to discover a cure. But I'm family members with Rosa, so if I start my turn in the same city as Rosa, I gain an extra action.
Yeah. And a good thing, actually, I think maybe for Francie Mustard to do would be to try to get to Sydney and roadblock the path between Sydney and the United States.
Oh, that's smart.
And even over here
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, but Sydney is, I won't have quarantine right off.
Right.
So,
And, yeah.
I'm just looking at my actions.
And you
Both
just have
of
to
us.
be in the city to roadblock between a city? Is that how it works?
Yeah, and you can set up as
Is-
many roadblocks as you feel like.
on any or all routes connected to your city.
But the
Your
region must have a military base.
Which
Which
it
it
does.
does.
Awesome.
We planned really well with our permanent military bases,
That was
guys.
a good decision. I'll be playing Millie the Researcher. You may give 1 of your city cards when you share knowledge. Any one of your city cards. It need not match your city. A player who shares knowledge with you on their turn can take any one of your city cards. Co-workers with Burley, which is a non-issue. I'm grizzled. I don't gain a scar when I'm in a city that outbreaks. I'm a pilot. I can take a direct flight without discarding. I just show the card and then return it to my hand. I'm also an insomniac, so that reduces my hand limit by 1 card. And I have fear of small planes, so I have to discard a card to use the shuttle flight action.
Which is to move between research stations.
Right.
Okay. So I'm starting. So we all are going to determine where our characters start out. I am starting out in Istanbul because there's a military station there. I think that that's probably where you're going to want Frenchie to start out too.
And they're not one of these?
You can't. You have to
You
start
can't.
at a research
You
station.
have to
Oh,
start at a
fine.
research station.
Okay.
Does anybody have any opinions? about
Or
where
maybe
to
if I start in Atlanta?
I feel like Millie should start in Atlanta.
I feel like it's quicker for me to go this way.
Well, there's a research station in
Yeah.
Istanbul,
And
and there's a research station in
the mil-
Manila, so
there's a
you
military
can
base.
travel.
You can just.
Or I meant a military base.
I can just travel. 'Cause I
Yeah.
have a thingy.
Because you have a dog
Yeah, you
tag.
can roll between greens.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like this is because we're gonna want the medic to take care of Algiers, but the nice thing is he can take care of Algiers adjacently,
Mm-hmm.
and then travel over to Atlanta and get up to Chicago,
Yep.
and then you two could do the card exchange.
Yep.
What are we trading?
Blue cards.
Well, can't I just give it to her on my turn? Because she's the researcher?
She has to get to Chicago.
We have to be.
For you to give her a card, it has to be a city that matches. She can give any card she feels like anywhere,
And, or we can take one from her on her turn.
or on your turn.
I can give a city card when I share knowledge. I can give you. So if it was my turn right now, I
Mhm.
could give you either of these cards.
Right.
And that would be my action of sharing knowledge. If you want to share knowledge, you can also take any of my cards.
Okay, that's okay. That's how
Right,
that works.
which is why I want to get the Chicago card from you to her, because that way,
On her turn, she
on
can.
her turn, she can get to me and give me both blue cards.
Yeah.
But for
Can
me,
she do-
I
can
can
she do
give.
two-
I think I can give no matter where I am.
Yeah.
Isn't that the thing?
Yeah, you can give.
Wait,
But for you to
Just
take from
see yours real
me,
quick.
don't we have to be in the same place?
For him to take a card from you, you can be anywhere. For you to give a card, you can be anywhere. But for him to give you a card,
We have to
it
be
has
in
to be in
local.
the city.
Okay.
City of the card, right?
And he has the Chicago card. That's the only thing that makes it tricky.
So I'm gonna go meet him in Chicago.
Yeah.
And get that card. Okay, I got you.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, sorry.
I know
was
it gets a little confusing.
Yeah, it's.
And the whole reason I have it straight in my head is because I've played the video game version of this. It doesn't let you do other things.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I know that for you to give her Chicago, you both need to be in Chicago.
Yeah, no, I was just for some reason I was thinking she can only do that once per turn, but it's the share knowledge action. You can do that at
Yeah,
up
you
to
can
4
do it
times.
with
So
Okay.
all right.
So my first action is Rosa, quarantine Manila.
Get these out. All right, Manila is quarantined.
Move her to Manila,
And you are pink.
and then quarantine the 2 that are on the verge of outbreak.
Blurp, blurp, and derp.
And that's it. I need to draw 2 cards, which I cannot reach.
I can.
Thank you.
And
I've got Tehran and Bangkok, so Bangkok's gonna get a dude in it.
Bangkok is right there. Okay.
You have to remind me what these are.
Those are the equipment.
No, I just meant Bradford. I need to spend additional cards and
My roadblocks
discard any.
migrating.
Okay.
I have another question. So, can I only put these ones on cards because of the dog tags, or can I put any one on card?
It's dependent on what.
Where you are and what's in the city.
Right.
So where you are now,
Mm-hmm.
you have either option.
Oh,
So if you didn't move and you wanted to take those actions, you could choose because you're in a place with both. But if you went to Shanghai, you could only do the dog tag ones.
Yes. And right
If you
now,
went to Atlanta, you could only do the medical ones.
right now you have a yellow and a black. By the way, on my turn, oh wait, it's a research one you can change the color, isn't it?
I'm talking about yes.
Okay.
It has to be medical.
Medical. Got it. I might take a fly back to Istanbul at some point in order to get that on there.
All right.
I could,
So
do
my
it.
turn. Are we using this thing?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to take anger.
That's all right.
We're using anger as our marker today.
because we lost
Grr.
both games in May.
All right. So turn 1 gone.
Yep.
Whoop.
Because he can cure diseases from an adjacent city and he cures all diseases.
Because I got connections. All right.
Local connection.
And then 2 is going to be. Can you move me to Atlanta?
Atlanta.
And then
You can move to Chicago and cure Chicago.
yeah. So 3 and 4.
Oh, and he's rolling across the board.
He went to Canada. Screw it.
To see his girlfriend.
Because she's Canadian. And
Oh,
totally,
we
say-
forgot to do the infect
totally
city.
a real
Oh
girlfriend.
shit, we
We
forgot.
forgot to do the infect cities on my.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
So can we flip the top 2
Do
cards?
we want to reverse that real quick?
No,
in
just do it. I don't think it's going to change anything because it's only 1.
Montreal.
And it literally cannot outbreak anything. So.
And Lagos.
They're just hammering things. It's okay. They do that.
Okay, I was just like, what
I
the hell? Are we
tried to
being,
call
are we
the
being
cops
loud?
on one time. No.
What?
I had to call the cops on them one time because they were having such a violent fight and they have a baby.
Oh,
I
super.
got super freaked out.
Let's not talk too much about that on camera.
No, good
Oh
point.
God, I forgot about it. I'm so sorry. Shit.
Discard.
Can you fix that?
Just play music over it. All right, so do we infect first and then I draw, or is it the other way?
You draw first and then infect.
I got 2 yellows.
Okay.
Santiago and Lima.
I like those yellows.
All right, now we
And
infect.
one
Atlanta gets 1. And Essen gets 1.
Okay.
Cool.
yellow. Okay.
Your turn.
What did it do, Frankie?
Frangie.
Franchi?
I feel like I knew someone named Franchi.
Is Franchi gonna go over and roadblock Sydney?
I think so.
If you roadblock Sydney and then move back to Manila, it gives us additional actions.
Well,
on
you
our
would,
turn.
well, you would get it at least
Right.
one, depending on where you guys stay. I don't know what you.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so it would be 1 to
Mhm.
go to Manila,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
2 to go to Sydney,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
then 3 to roadblock.
Yeah, and because it's your character, you can.
Hold on, I have questions.
Okay.
Why can't you roadblock from Manila? Why did you have to go to Sydney?
Because she wants to block Sydney to the United States.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And then, I mean, let's do why not the other 2.
No, because you want to move back. You only have. That's your third
You
action.
can roadblock as many times as you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I can drive and ferry across roadblocks without spending a card.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So you might as well just.
So you
I
can
was like, why don't we
roadblock
just do
all
all of them?
So roadblocks is you can roadblock as many times in an action as
wait,
you wish.
Sorry. We only have this amount of roadblocks, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but we can move them around.
Can we?
Can we?
Yes. Yes.
How?
You just take. If you want to roadblock an area and you don't have enough roadblock markers, you just take them off one of the previous roadblocks you've set up.
Is that in one of the rules?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you can put it on as many as you want to.
Well, what happens when you run out, though? Does it
Yeah.
mention that? When you run out.
It doesn't, but I thought you could move them, and I don't know why I think that.
No, I'm just.
I mean,
like,
because usually
how
once
many-
you with this game, usually once you're out of something, like you're out of it, and you're unless you have a
But
way.
you can move quarantine markers around. Like, if you want to draw additional quarantine markers, you can just pull one off of a city that's currently quarantined. If you are out of quarantine markers and do the quarantine action, remove a quarantine marker already in play and add it to your city. So quarantines, you can do that, but yeah, there actually isn't a rule for that with roadblock.
So maybe.
But I feel like those are attached to 2 cities that we want to roadblock anyway.
Well, I feel like if you're gonna roadblock, you should roadblock. I mean, these really aren't necessarily.
There's absolutely no danger of Manila right now.
No, and I understand that, but what I'm saying is, like, I mean, if we're gonna roadblock at least like Asia and the United States for like. I mean, I guess that's fine for now, but let's just keep in mind that these are limited.
Yeah, so I don't think these are a huge problem for right now. So maybe we save these.
Because
so-
your quarantine's not going anywhere with you in the city.
Right.
I mean,
Yes.
maybe leave this one here, but I don't think this one's.
Okay, well, we do also have to think that you guys, if you need to pass a roadblock, you need to spend cards to go through.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
That's
we
why I'm
shouldn't have
saying we
too
don't-
many- shouldn't have too many roadblocks on them.
We don't want a roadblock between me and the United States because me being there means there's never going to be a breakout in Manila. Period.
Well, and I understand it, but what I'm saying is, like, just in general, I mean, probably the best idea is to keep the United States roadblocked and keep Asia roadblocked
Yeah.
from.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think we should get one between Kolkata and then one, honestly, Chennai is already faded.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's nothing there yet, so if we roadblocked here.
I think that we would be better to roadblock between Chennai because you never know when something's going to get an outbreak. So I would think between Chennai and Mumbai and whatever that is up
Well,
there.
but what I'm
Delhi.
saying is, if you put the roadblock here, it's not gonna hit Chennai.
Chennai already is faded.
Well, and I understand that, but if you put a roadblock here, it's not gonna expand into Chennai. Oh,
My argument is at any point in the game, you might suddenly
right.
have 3
I see.
in
Okay,
Chennai.
sorry.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying now.
So I am just trying to be a little bit more apprehensive of what's happening. So I think we take these 2 off right now.
I think I would leave the one between Jakarta and Sydney.
Can you remind me what the roadblock is capable of doing?
It keeps things from outbreaking past it. Basically, so if one of these outbreaks, it doesn't go through the roadblock.
Yes, but then you guys have to spend a card. So if you're in Jakarta and want to get to Sydney, you have to spend a card to go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but for
do
the
not.
most part, we're not going to be over there.
I think the one between Jakarta and Sydney is
You
still...
and Kat are the only people that are going to hang out over there as much
Yeah.
as possible.
I
Because
think,
I don't,
yeah.
like, we don't want to go there.
I think the one between Jakarta and Sydney is a good idea. I think the one between Manila and Sydney is pointless.
Okay, so let's take that one.
Okay.
off.
Because part of the thing that's cool about you is that you can remove a faded figure from your city
Mm-hmm.
which is helpful because that makes us less likely to run out of fated
But
figures.
how many actions have you taken now? 3?
This will be 3, and so this will be my 4th.
Yeah,
to go
'cause
back.
you still will get scars from being
Yeah.
in a city with a fated. So
Okay.
Okay. There's the
Oh,
what's the other one?
One quiet night. Skip the next infect city step. Do
I
not
mean-
flip over any infection cards.
That's really good to have. I don't think we need it yet. but
Keep it.
Let's see what ends up coming off the bottom of the pile.
All right. So first one,
Yeah.
and this
Did
one
that
gets
come off the
oh
bottom?
shit.
yes,
Okay.
Yeah, it's red.
and that gets 3.
Oh,
What is
Saka
Osaka.
is already a 4.
Yeah.
Okay. But on the other hand, fallen just means you have to discard additional cards to get in and out of the city.
I think that applies to me as well.
Yeah, it does to everybody. Right now, you have to discard a card to move into Osaka. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And then this gets shuffled.
That gets shuffled.
Put it on the top.
I personally don't think we should use One Quiet Night yet. I don't think that this is a situation where it applies yet.
Yeah. Well, because Osaka is the only one that has 3 figures in it that's
That
not
isn't
quarantined. And nothing else is gonna break out.
Yeah,
It'll just hit these 2,
exactly.
but it will go to a 5.
It will go to a 5.
Hey, do you want to cut Jenna? It was your turn. It was your turn.
Oh. That was once.
Okay, and then it's 2.
2. Still at 2.
Hong Kong. So we lose that.
Yeah.
Worse things have happened.
By the way, infection rate needs to move up by 1.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And Sydney.
Gets an additional dude.
Okay.
Okay, that wasn't so bad.
No.
Cool then. Hey everybody! Alright. So, was the plan for me to go to Chicago now? That feels like it was 10 hours ago.
Yes, you go to Chicago and get Chicago from him.
Okay. So 1, 2,
3 would be moved to LA, and 4 would be to get down. Oh wait, that goes to Sydney. Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, 3 would be to go to San Francisco. 4 would be to go to wherever the hell we're standing. I can't see anymore.
Well, wait.
why do I want to do that?
Can't you just give
To
you the
give
cards?
you the cards?
No, she has to be in the same city as me to give me the cards.
Because it was the...
It's only Burley that she can chuck cards at across the board.
Oh, okay.
Or the scientist, because they had a relationship.
Oh, gotcha.
But we're not anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
But that way, if she draws a blue card, then I can pretty much cure blue next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So 3 forward to Manila. And there's
all in Manila.
And there's no danger of being in Manila.
Nope.
Because it's permanently quarantined as long as I'm standing in it.
Yep.
Well, I did not pull blue.
We're at,
So-
which
But I
we're in.
did pull Osaka.
Okay, so that's outbreaks.
No, it
Oh,
doesn't.
yeah, it does.
Wait, how does that
No,
work?
it doesn't.
No, that's... I think that's the thing about this weirdness.
Yeah.
Was that,
No, you don't.
it doesn't outbreak on our draws.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it can't outbreak from that, so nothing
Nothing
goes
happens.
on it.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
Oi.
But that's another yellow card too, so I've already got 2.
Yeah.
And she's got
I've
4.
got- I have 1.
She's
Well,
got
I mean,
one yellow card.
1, 2, 3. I mean,
I was
so
like,
there'd
I
be
don't...
Okay,
We
so
still need 5 cards, though.
for yellow. That was. Oh damn it! I'm so lost.
you still need 5.
When we had the scientist was when we were doing that, so it's still 5, but
Sorry.
it doesn't. When someone has those cards, it can just it happens immediately.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not an action. It doesn't matter,
Wow.
and you don't need a research station.
Okay.
But that I think that's the same way that we fucked ourselves last time. Is
Yeah.
because we had it in our minds. So okay, I drew.
Yep, and I draw 2 more.
Yeah, the
Oh, no, did you draw the... Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's what these are.
Okay, sorry.
These 2, Bogota and
Okay.
Osaka.
We good?
Okay.
2
yeah.
here.
Yep.
Atlanta.
Okay.
And Osaka.
Fuck you, Osaka.
Okay,
you
that is an
fucker.
outbreak.
3
So that means 1 goes in Taipei.
Yes.
in Tokyo.
1 in Tokyo, and Osaka now is a 5.
5.
Hey, luckily it can't get worse than that. 5 is the maximum.
Poor Osaka.
5.
What did you ever do to deserve this?
You might want to take... Before you leave... Oh, never mind.
What?
I was gonna suggest before you lay that down, you might want to take all those other stickers
Nah,
out of there.
it's fun.
Okay.
It's fun having all 5 stickers on there.
All right.
So now we've discarded 2 total of the city's color to drive ferry into that city.
Yes.
So I need to get some red cards.
I think that we just need to roadblock Osaka.
Which I can move through.
Because its panic
way.
level isn't going to get worse than 5,
Yeah.
number 1. Number 2, the outbreak marker doesn't move up anymore if it's completely roadblocked off.
Yeah.
You and I will be in the same city, so you'll have extra actions next turn.
Unless you move.
But she's not going anywhere.
She's never
I'm
gonna
moving
move.
out of it. I'm going to move out briefly and then move back if I
Okay.
do this right.
So we'll have
So I can
5.
draw 2 blues. So I have 5 actions this turn.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, take those from her. It's an action to get the extra thing on it, isn't
Yes.
it? Okay, then I don't have time to do that. But I will take the 2 blues from you. So that's 1, 2. What currently has lost its quarantine?
Hong Kong.
And Osaka.
Yeah, but
So-
Hong Kong is back in the top of the
So you have
somewhere.
you basically so now you have 3 quarantine actions because you can do
Yes.
Hong Kong, Sydney because you're connected.
Yeah, and we'll go ahead and quarantine Taipei also.
What about
I have no direct connection to Osaka.
you don't, but you have one. You can do one city without being
Oh,
connected.
true. Okay. Yes, I forgot about that. So yes, quarantine.
That's your
Osaka.
one, and then
So
Hong.
that's their 3rd action.
Yeah, and I get 5 altogether.
So then Hong Kong.
Yep.
Is 4.
In Sydney.
Do you need to quarantine Sydney when it's roadblocked?
I would like to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it to outbreak. I'm trying to keep the outbreak marker from moving up as much as possible.
Okay.
Right, that's it. Somebody can hand me 2 cards.
Be blue.
Wah wah. And I've got too many cards now, I think.
Oh.
Manila gets nothing because I'm in
Oh, sweet. Even better.
Yeah, okay. So let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards right now. That's too many. I want to keep one of these red ones because I'm going to go ahead and... on my next turn, I plan on flying over to Istanbul to get... I can't read it from here.
Can you just build a research station where you are?
Oh
She
yeah,
doesn't have
I
a-
can build one in Manila. Which
Because you
means...
have the card.
Because I have the card. Durr.
Yeah, just save yourself a trip.
Save myself a trip. So I do need to get...
I
rid of-
contributed! I'm fucking done!
Yeah.
I do need to
I'm
get...
going to get high.
You need to get rid of one card.
I need to get rid of one card. I feel like you guys have a lot of yellows.
What?
No,
No, we don't.
No,
we
we
do
don't.
not. If you're gonna dump something, dump black, because there's a shit ton of it in the deck.
Yeah. I only have 1. She has 1.
I have 1, she has 1. Yeah.
Okay.
So we just need to keep an eye on one. Keep black cards later.
And that way, next turn I can build a research station in Manila because it's still a level 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Yeah, fuck
I can
flying.
stick that thing to Bangkok and cure blue.
Mm-hmm.
Booyah!
So blue will be cured by the time of
What
my...
is... This card can be used as... Okay.
And then you don't have to worry about being in this region anymore.
What else?
Go away. Run away.
And we infected for you, right? Did we? No, we didn't do that yet, did we?
I don't think
Osaka
so.
was mine.
Okay. So we still. So you drew your 2. So we need to do this. So Chicago gets 1.
Okay.
Not bad.
Excuse me, friends. I got the hiccups.
Too far.
Got you.
And San Francisco.
Okay. Well, luckily it's your turn next.
Yeah.
Tidy up this area.
How many times per turn can you cure an adjacent city?
Once.
It's on your back of your card.
Once per turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you can cure Atlanta adjacently and then...
So my turn.
Oh, you might want to actually cure San Francisco
Yeah, that's what
adjacently.
I was gonna
Yeah.
do San Francisco. So that's 1. Move to Atlanta for 2.
Well, why don't you cure Chicago first?
Oh yeah. So Chicago. That's 2. Move to Atlanta 3. Cure Atlanta 4.
Yeah.
Because when she cures blue, it'd be real easy for you to pop through and eradicate.
Yeah. I just have to get over to Essen.
Well, you have to do Montreal too.
Yeah. So we'll see. No, we'll get there.
Alright.
Okay, so draw 2. Oh, okay. Jakarta.
Jakarta, I think, will just lose its. What's
You know,
Jakarta?
it doesn't have a thing.
Doesn't
Doesn't
have
have
anything on it.
And I got flexible aid package.
Which one was that?
Discard 1 to 3 city cards from your hand. The current player takes 1 additional action for every card you discard.
Okay.
So when you, it doesn't have to be you. It can be anybody, right?
Yeah, I can. Well, I have to discard the cards though.
Right. But
I would suggest using this in the next turn and so that Jenna gets more actions. Because
How many? We still have a lot.
well,
Okay.
we'll be able to determine that in a second.
Oh yeah, sorry. Thank you. Buenos Aires. And Montreal.
Okay.
rude.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Okay. Anger.
So you already have 5
I have
actions.
5.
What were we talking about you doing? Road blocking off Osaka entirely.
Yeah. So I can. So it'd have to be 1 roadblock here. That would be 2.
Mm-hmm.
3. 4 roadblock. These 3.
But then you stuck.
But
there.
then I'm stuck in Tokyo.
That won't work.
No, because you have 5 turns.
Yeah,
That
that would
was
be
5.
5.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So it'd be 1 roadblock, 2.
You could move in. What if you moved into Osaka?
I have to discard 2 cards.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Yeah. And they have to be red. I have to
Yeah,
discard
which
2
you don't
red
have.
cards. So yeah, I can't get to Osaka.
Which is why I'm saying if you use the additional action things, that could get you back out.
Well, because what? Okay, so if she went 1 roadblock for 2.
Well, I can fly to Shanghai because I have a thingy, right?
Yeah, but you have to be in the city to roadblock to get here. So that's 1 action to get there anyway. So it's kind of.
There's a really bad situation going on in that triangle too.
Mhm.
I mean, I think actually beyond. Now that I'm thinking about it, beyond anything else, you've got a real situation about to happen between Ho Chi Minh City, the next one up that I can't read, Hong Kong, I think,
Mm-hmm.
In
Yeah.
Jakarta.
and Jakarta. So I think
What if she went in, plucked a guy, went in, plucked a guy, went out?
It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
yeah.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
you could go. Jakarta does not have a
But
quarantine.
we also would we want some roadblocks on some of these spaces?
Yeah, I'm worried about Jakarta.
Yeah, because there's no quarantine on it right
'Cause
now.
you could go
I could do
1
1,
pluck,
2.
2 pluck.
Roadblock.
Can you quarantine if you're there?
Only if you have the card.
Yeah, no. Place a quarantine marker in your current city. It's just an
You,
action.
you don't have
Oh.
a card to quarantine.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
So
yeah.
she could go 1 pluck, 2 pluck, quarantine out, and that would be 5.
But we want roadblocks. That's the problem too.
Well, roadblocks are great, but I don't know.
I think quarantine Jakarta is important.
Okay, so
Because
maybe
quarantining gives us an extra turn to roadblock too, and that
Yeah.
would put you on this side of it to then start.
yeah, that's
roadblocking.
why. So it's 1, take 1 out. 2, quarantine would be 3, or no, take 1 out, quarantine, and then
Yeah.
5 would be to move to Chennai.
So 1, 2, 3.
4,
No.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5. No, you can't. Oh, wait, you can't. You're gonna if you.
If I quarantine, I can't take the guy out.
Yes.
You have to choose.
I think
think-
we just
Or
quarantine.
you don't take somebody from Ho Chi Minh City.
I think taking one from Ho Chi Minh City is a really good idea because that breaks the triangle.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
So then I would say Ho Chi Minh City, pluck a guy out.
okay.
Jakarta,
1, 2,
Mm-hmm.
guy.
go to Jakarta,
3, quarantine.
quarantine. And get the fuck
Fun.
out.
Peace out, bitches.
So 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you can draw.
Yeah. Oh god. New York.
Ooh. Fuck you.
Go! on damage.
So you keep drawing the epidemics.
Ah, why?
It's that chair. It's that seat.
Okay,
Because
so
last
this,
time
this
It
goes
was
up
up one.
it goes up one.
It has the directions directly on the card, which I think would be a good idea if we started reading that aloud
Yeah.
from here on.
Well, we
Okay.
used to. We just got
Um,
lazy.
Do we want to use this guy?
Can you read the card aloud?
Is that the
Yeah.
one quiet night?
Yeah.
Jenna, let's start.
Hey, don't yell at me, guys.
Oh, we're
Jesus.
not yelling at you.
Increase. Move the infection rate marker forward 1 space.
Yeah, we did that.
Infect. Draw the bottom card from the inspection deck and put 3 cubes on that city. Discard that card.
Now, what's it
We
say?
have to do that no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so do that one.
So that's Chennai.
Fucking A.
So Chennai gets 3.
So, do I get something because I'm
Nope.
in there?
Oh wait, yeah, you're gonna get a scar at the beginning of your next turn.
That is true. I don't see any way around that either.
I mean,
The only person that can remove people from is her.
Yeah. Okay.
well,
I say we do use 1 quiet night then.
but does that doesn't? You still have to do the intensify step though.
Yeah, you're still gonna have to shuffle the cards and put them on the top.
We just wouldn't flip any
Right.
if we use that card.
Do we want to use that card right now, though?
Well, okay.
If anything besides Chennai had come up, I would say no. My worry is an outbreak from Chennai, which
Yeah.
is going to cause a whole bunch of cities to become faded that aren't currently faded.
That's true.
Unfortunately, there's not a lot that can be done between.
Because we still have to shuffle them and put them back on the top.
Yes.
So even if we don't flip it on her turn, I could draw it on mine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or it's your turn and you
it's
quarantine it.
her, there's 3 turns that I mean. There's 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 9 cards here.
Yeah.
There's a really good chance we're gonna hit Chennai anyway.
Yeah, but it makes it a much less likely. It decreases the likelihood significantly if we only do it once.
True.
So yeah, if we use that card now, and it still comes up on my turn,
There's
so
a
it
good.
goes.
It's a good chance that it's gonna come up regardless of.
So, it's
But it's nearly a 50-50 shot if we don't use it. Versus
Because we're gonna draw 4 out of the 8 rather than 2 out of the 8.
Well, no,
'Cause-
because.
no, I
No,
would.
she can quarantine it on her turn,
Oh, true.
Yeah.
but I can't go there and I can't do anything.
She can't do it.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But if you shuffle them now and put them on top, and Jenna draws 2 cards,
Well,
I play my turn
you
and I
have
draw 2 cards.
actions that you could
That's
give
it.
to someone.
Oh, yeah. You could give Becca additional action so that she could move through this. Hear me out. So, she normally has 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she can go 1, 2, 3, quarantine it.
Yeah.
That's 4. If you spend additional action, she can get the hell out of there, too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so either way, we're using one of these cards too.
Yeah.
Yes.
In that scenario, we use both of the cards,
Yes,
not
but
one.
in this case, I think we use 1 quiet night, and then we're going to need to use yours to get additional actions, because we can't wait for my turn to quarantine that city.
I could still go there and quarantine that city.
But then you end up and get another scar and die.
Because you already have one.
2. You already have 2.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
She'll
go
be
ahead.
dead. So she can't get scars.
Gotcha. Sorry.
But what I would say is let's do 1 quiet night so that we don't do anything to increase it. You're going to have to play your card, discard those 2 reds,
Yeah.
so that Becca gets additional turns so that she can get that city quarantined and get out of the city.
You get 2 extra actions. So you got 6.
Yeah, so she can also roadblock the city.
If you discard both. That's
Yes.
you,
Which I think you
Is there
should.
one we need to hold on to?
So these are going back on top now.
So I would say play 1 quiet night.
Okay. Are we good with that?
Yes.
Okay.
So say we all.
Is it we all? Or is it just 2 people on this table?
We all.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You guys are just a little bit like, I don't care what you guys you would think. We're doing it this way. So I'm just letting that out there. I got a little ran over on that turn. So, we
So-
were not doing that.
nope.
So it's your turn.
Dear Jesus. Okay. So, for the good of the order, I need to do what?
You'll need to move 1, 2, 3 to get to Chennai.
2, 3. Okay.
He'll
19.
need to. Yeah.
So that goes there.
So that's your fourth action.
That's
And
my
then
fourth action. And then what
discard.
does your thing say?
Discard 1 to 3 city cards from your hand. The current player takes 1 additional action for every card you discard. So you get 2 more actions.
Are there any rivals that can pick up this card?
No,
or are
it's
we
just.
not playing any of those?
Okay, so
Which
you
means
get 2
you-
extras.
Which means you can both roadblock off this city entirely.
You can roadblock off all 3 of these.
I-
Or 4.
Well,
You
she
have-
can't roadblock the city she's in and then move out. She'd have to. You could discard a card, but it'd have to be the black one.
Would it have to be the black one? Why? She's got a red one.
Is it just any card?
Is there a military base in this region?
Yeah,
Yeah, right here.
there's
Okay.
both in these.
So that might not be a
Hold on,
bad.
let me read about moving across roadblocks. Why is it so hard to find this?
I don't know. I wish it was electronic so you could control F. I wish the whole world was like that.
Mm-hmm.
I could like control F for my keys.
Controls.
What's
me.
it say on your
Also
guy?
that.
Because your guy is the one that can move across.
It says you may
roadblocks.
drive ferry across roadblocks without spending a card
So I think I have to spend a card. I just don't know if I have to spend any card
or a color.
or if it has to
Yeah,
be the color
And I
of
can't
the area.
remember.
Well, it's gonna be. It has to be one of the added rules because
Yeah.
it was added later.
Yeah,
Yeah. She found roadblocks.
I did, and if your current region is a military base, you spend 1 action to place roadblocks on as many routes as you want. Diseases and faded cannot move across the roadblocks. But I'm not finding the thing. I know there's a thing about.
I mean, just because his action
Ah,
is.
okay. It's discard as the same color the city you're entering, so you would have to discard a black card.
Which I only have one of. I just have Istanbul.
I think
I
that's.
think that's probably.
I think road blocking it off entirely is a better idea.
So I can't move out and then block behind me.
But you would only be able to roadblock this. Whereas if you do roadblock here, you could roadblock from here, here, and here.
Gotcha.
And this.
I would
Understood.
say roadblock between Jakarta too.
Yeah.
Just slap them all down.
Yeah,
Fuck
why
it.
not?
So roadblock.
Because that keeps it from spreading in any deeper into Asia.
Okay,
And then I'm gonna discard that to go to Mumbai, and now
Is that your
that's it.
6?
that's my only black card.
So it was 1, 2, 3,
4.
4, 5, 6.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that keeps that. I'm sorry, your character's gonna get a scar, Jenna.
That's fine.
It's that. If you remember, that's how Millie got both of her scars. As we moved her to a city that we thought was safe, and then
Yeah.
Scars are like pretty
Blew
livable, and one,
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
it
let's
doesn't
put the
matter.
one that has increases his hand.
Do we
or,
remove
like,
the one? So she pulled Sydney.
I pulled Sydney. Do we need to take the quarantine off?
the quarantine will come off.
Okay.
I mean, is the scar left that like
Well-
you need to have another?
There's a lot of scars.
There are a lot of scar options.
So like instead of because he already needs 7 cards to
Yeah.
cover a cure, so
the
if he
scar,
needs 8,
the scars are all clipped.
like we
So,
can just
if you
give him
want,
that one. and he's
Terrified, feeble, paranoid. These are. Oh, wait.
There's a
Oh,
bunch
there,
of
oh,
them.
then there's all.
there's like a ton
Yeah,
of them.
because
So,
I'm like he's not going to
Hold
be
on.
discovering anything anyway.
Let's
so
go-
a
let's-
scar. Okay.
Can we-
Hold on, I'm sorry. Can we do my infection?
Yeah, before
Yes.
we're
And
getting ahead
'cause
of
I,
ourselves.
Well, I would just have to pee really bad, so I was just gonna go use the restroom after this.
Okay,
turn
so
laps.
you drew 2. You,
I drew my 2. I
Okay.
picked up Algiers and Sydney.
Hong Kong gets 1, so that gets pulled,
Okay.
Fuck you, Hong
and
Kong.
then Chicago gets another one.
Okay.
That could have been worse.
Could have been.
Okay, my turn has concluded.
Okay.
I'm passing that to you.
All
I'm
right.
gonna use the restroom. Does anybody need anything while I'm up?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Anybody? Anybody? Cat?
No,
You
I'm
bring
good.
cookies
Actually, you know what another Guinness?
Sure.
Okay.
Ooh, put one of those cookies in front of my seat, please.
I was
I'm
like, I'm
gonna
just
be a
gonna put them
true
here.
club. That works.
We
too.
discussed this forever ago.
Cure that fucking disease.
Oh, this one's kind
I
of.
was planning on curing this disease.
What? Oh, take it.
Do it.
Is everybody still okay with the plan that we came up with like turns and turns and
Uh-huh.
turns ago? Okay, so first of all, spending the Manila card to build a research station in Manila.
Hello.
Oh wait, you no longer need to be in a research station. Oh yeah, but I still need it in order to attach the thing.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the thought. That was the
Second action I'm doing is I'm going to put an equipped card on Bangkok. Induced pluripotent stem cells. This card can be used as a city card of any color when finding a cure.
So that's 2.
And so now you have 5 blue ones.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. I see which side of the card. We've never. Stuck on it. Oh, there's a little. There's actually a little spot for it on the cards.
Oh yeah.
In the middle.
Yeah. Never noticed that before. Okay, so that's 2.
Mm-hmm.
3, curing blue.
Okay.
So if you can get me the blue cured marker. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alrighty. 4, let's quarantine Hong Kong again, I think. I was gonna say either that or Sydney.
But the only thing that would hit was you.
And
yeah.
it can't
Yeah.
because it's quarantined. So yeah.
But it would still outbreak.
It would
then.
still outbreak because it's not completely roadblocked.
Yeah. All right. So then you want 2 cards.
And I just drew Seoul and Shanghai.
God damn it.
God damn.
Yeah, on the other hand, I can really move across these roadblocks.
Soul.
How are we doing on faded figures?
There's actually a few left.
Okay.
Jenna might ask you to go. Like, might need to start city hopping and taking.
Yep.
And then, in fact,
Sydney.
okay, so that's an outbreak.
All right. So that.
But it doesn't really.
It does need to have an increase.
And it gets a card. No, it gets one of these, right?
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's what I meant. Oh, does it not currently have one at all? I cannot see.
Nope.
that
It does
side of
not.
the board.
It gets a 1.
It's a 1.
So, but it won't infect this one because there's a roadblock, and it won't infect that one because you're there, right?
Yeah,
Right,
And it won't go. And it won't go to.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because the quarantine stops infections, and the quarantine can't be removed as long as I'm standing in the city.
Mm-hmm.
So
That was a 2, right?
No, it's just the one.
That
that
was
was
the
just
first
one.
Osaka.
God damn it.
Okay. So that just removes the quarantine on Osaka.
Yep. All right. So it's my turn.
It is your turn.
And blue is cured now, right?
Blue is cured.
And how many do we have to eradicate? We just have to eradicate 1, right?
Just 1.
And
Okay.
then. Okay.
And then cure all 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all 3 have to be cured.
So we gotta work on those guys. And then we also either need to pick quarantine 7 cities. We only have 4 currently, and then. Or build those guys.
5. The one she's into.
Oh, I missed that one.
Now you can build. You have to discard a card to build.
Yes, and you have to be in that city to build it.
Who
So-
else has blues right now? Just you, right?
We have New York.
Okay.
Okay. Well, and I don't even have to do anything. Like, okay, so
Yeah, you just have to walk through cities to cure them now.
can you move me to Chicago and then through Montreal? So that's 1.
2.
And then 3, 4 to London.
Yeah.
Wait, wouldn't it be? Weren't you in Atlanta?
Yeah.
1,
2,
2,
3.
but isn't there an action to cure?
No,
No.
because it's
Oh.
eradicated. I don't.
He's the medic, so all he has to do is walk through a city.
Oh, okay.
I don't have to. So take 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
I got another yellow,
Good.
Right?
and I got Kolkata. Alright, and then infect Montreal. God. Damn it.
Well, luckily you
We
can
just
cure
did that.
you can cure Essen adjacently next turn,
That's
and then
true.
walk back to Montreal.
And then Buenos Aires. Shit. I didn't even
Okay.
get down there.
Yeah. I can also quarantine it from a distance.
Well, okay. Oh, we still have to cure all. We still have to cure 3 though too.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. We haven't gotten any black cards at all.
We kept having to use them. There's
Yeah.
like 2
Yeah.
or 3 in there, and I have.
Becca's
one.
got Algiers.
And I have Kolkata now, so
God, we all kind of just need to.
yeah.
We still have a
converge.
massive pile though there, so that's
Well, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we've discarded 2. So there's 9 minus 3, so there's 6 still. There's still. We've only discarded 2.
Yeah.
So there's still 6 cards left in there that are black.
Okay.
Okay. And I infected? Yeah?
Yep.
Didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
My turn.
so
So
now
I get
you-
a scar.
Before you start, catch me up.
Nothing much happened, really.
We didn't. Yeah, there's nothing.
Did you
She,
cure blue?
she cured blue.
Chair.
I'm gonna try to clear.
he's trying to clear blue, but
So we can
did
only- is that for me?
you
Yes.
get my Guinness? Is this the new one? Awesome.
Yeah, I put it down before I went to the bathroom.
It's, you wanna move 'em.
Okay.
I was like, if they're sitting
So
around,
when you start a turn in a city with fadeds, then
I get a scar.
get a scar.
So my reasoning about this, he needs 7 cards to discover a cure, which is ridiculous in this game. So if there's one that says you need 8 cards, let's put it on him because it's not going to do
Yeah,
anything.
anything
to
that
him.
makes it harder to cure.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
I was like anything harder to cure.
Because that's like when you're going to do it.
Well, what are
Yeah.
the scar options?
There are many.
Okay. Panicky. You may never enter a collapsing or fallen city.
No,
That
it's
would
not
be
gonna
terrible for him.
Not gonna work.
Overcautious. You need 1 extra card of the disease color to discover a cure.
There it is.
Which means you can technically never discover a cure now.
Yes.
Why would she though?
Well, what are the other options, if you don't mind me asking?
Hobbled. You may never enter a fallen city.
No.
Nope.
Obsessed. If you end your turn with an even number of cards in your hand, discard 1.
No.
PTSD. Lose an action if you start your turn in the region where you got this scar. And
That'd
then
be very bad.
exhausted. You may drive ferry no more than 2 times on your turn.
No.
No.
Germophobic. Discard a card if you have one when you enter a city with a research station. That seems stupid. Intimidated. Spend 1 additional action every time you treat disease in a city that is rioting, collapsing, or fallen.
No.
Demoralized.
Wait, treat a disease?
Yeah.
Which he won't be doing because he's just. This
What does
isn't
it count as
treating-
when you kill one of these guys? Does that count as treating the disease? Or
No,
It
because
says removing a faded figure.
it's a separate thing from treating.
that might be an okay one to give this character then. That does very minimal harm.
Discard 1 card every time an epidemic is revealed. And then the other ones we have are: it takes 1 more action for you to drive ferry to a city containing faded figures.
No.
Definitely not.
It takes 1 more action for you to quarantine. Nope. Paranoid. You cannot share knowledge except with someone you have a relationship with.
No.
So
I still like Jenna's original thought, which is to add the scar that makes it harder to cure the disease. We are what situation are we going to be where she's going to have 7 cards of the same color?
I'm just asking if we think it's a good idea to make it move from difficult to impossible.
I think it's already impossible, and this would just make
I'm
it
also-
even more impossible.
Just worried because these are all the scars for all of the characters. So
If we use it on him,
If we use it on
would have to
him,
use it
we-
on
yeah.
anyone else.
Okay, I mean if that's what everybody
well,
wants.
what was
to
the
do.
other one I was like about? It was
spend 1 additional action every time you treat a disease.
yeah.
And that city has to be rioting, collapsing, or fallen.
Right, that's personally the one I would go for with him because he doesn't treat disease. He just kills faded.
Yeah, but like they said, I mean, like I kind of like the adding an extra card because he's never gonna cure the disease anyway with 7 cards. Like that's never gonna happen. I mean, you're just adding impossible to impossible.
Yeah, because I need to actually have red ones so I can go into Osaka. So I'm never gonna have 7.
I mean,
Well, you're never going to cure red anyway. Red's incurable.
Yeah, but I need
But she
reds
needs
to go
have
into
cards in her
Osaka.
hand to use. She
I
needs to
can't
have
go.
cards for
I can't go
traveling.
into the city without doing 2 cards.
Yeah,
If she's trying to save up cards to cure a disease, she can't
move.
She won't have travel cards,
Okay.
which is why we're saying she's never gonna be the one that's saving up to cure disease in the first place.
Okay, I mean, if that's what everybody else wants to go with, that's fine.
I just think it makes the most
That's
sense.
what my
And it
code's
takes it
telling
out of
me
rotation
for everyone else.
because we don't know how fast we're
Here you
gonna
go.
I
get
think you kind of
scars.
popped another one of the stickers.
Yeah, well, it was one of the ones that we'd taken off already. So it's not.
Yeah, that's why we switched over to the keeping them on the card system. Okay, so now he definitely will never cure
No,
diseases.
yeah.
Okay.
So basically, mine are just travel cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna cover up my discover a cure action.
All right. So what do you
That was just the scar.
yes.
So I get 4 actions. Ooh, we need to. I think I go. Or should I start going through and taking some faded figures out?
Suggestion?
Okay.
Because you can move the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go to Kolkata,
Mm-hmm.
roadblock. Kolkata from the rest of the stuff.
Okay. So 1 roadblock. I probably just do these 2 as
Uh-huh.
well, right?
Yeah, you just need to do
So
the
1,
2.
2, 3.
3.
Wait, there's 3.
Yeah, no, sorry. I was trying to
Delhi,
trying to
Bangkok,
see if I could get a
and
figure out
Hong
of
Kong
Hong
or
Kong.
not.
Right, but you don't need to worry about blocking Kolkata to Delhi. You just need to worry about blocking Kolkata to Hong Kong and blocking Kolkata to Bangkok.
Okay. Well, I mean, if I'm in Okahata, I can do these 3
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, but it's irrelevant.
The main point of it would be to keep the faded figures from spreading.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we'll do that for. Let's move to 1. So we just need 2. So that's 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I do.
3 and 4 is to get back to me, so that you're
Yeah, so you can have 5 actions at the end.
Yeah.
At your turn.
Yeah, and also to get you from having another scar.
Yeah.
Because any city that I'm in is safe.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Oh god. Okay, Madrid. St. Petersburg.
Cool.
Yeah, we're getting all the blue ones.
So I might need to.
Blue's already cured.
I might need
so.
to go over here. Oh fuck yeah.
Blue's already, yeah. So, alright. Now we do this. Ready?
Mhm.
San Francisco.
Figures.
Makes it even hard. Jesus, like they're not even like next to each other.
Nope.
And Chennai. But it has. So we just take that off.
Perfect.
Put all the 14s.
Cool.
No, it's inside of him.
You.
The man inside me, like Dr. Tobias from
Yep,
K.
it's a woman and a man on the card. It's,
It's everybody. We
Okay.
are all
Your turn.
we have all of the possibilities inside all of us, okay?
What are you thinking you're gonna do?
I'm thinking lots of thinkings. So I'm thinking about sharing knowledge and getting this yellow card to my friend over here. Because I can just do that, right?
You have to be in the same city as him.
Ugh, I'm so confused.
Okay, for somebody that's not the researcher, you have to both, like, say you wanted to give him Bogota. If you weren't the researcher, you would both need to be in Bogota.
Right, but I am the researcher.
Right. Because you're the researcher, you could be in London and give him Bogota.
Okay.
oh crap, I don't really want to discard the black card though.
What?
Because she could fly to Algiers because she has the card.
Yeah, she can fly to Algiers and not discard Algiers because she can just go, I'm flying to Algiers.
Oh, okay.
And pilot.
So that's 1, 2, 3, and then give me the yellow card. That would be 4.
Okay.
She could. Okay, here are some other. I kind of wanted to let Becca decide what she wanted.
Yeah,
to do
no, I'm
first.
just. That was
No,
something
I
I'd
mean,
seen.
Okay.
That how is that not
What did-
letting me decide?
Okay,
I was the one that
um,
suggested I give him the card on my
okay.
turn.
The other thing that you might want to consider is using your pilot ability to get to Bogota at some point to take care of the situation in Buenos Aires. because that is on the verge of an outbreak. And you get to keep Bogota. But that's not.
But we lose the yellow card, and we're closer to curing that.
You don't lose a yellow card. You get to keep it because you're the pilot.
Oh. But I also don't pass it.
You also don't pass it. I think. Okay, is Algiers the closest one to him? It is.
Yeah.
Because I'm just trying to think of how Essen could get knocked out, and then you could march through these and.
Yeah.
Part of the problem is that I'm not in a
Great position.
I'm in a terrible position. There's no way to get anywhere from where I am.
If she flies to Algiers, moves to Paris, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3 gets to Essen, cures Essen. Then on your turn, you can do the march across, and she can follow you to get you that yellow card.
But if I already have the yellow card on my turn and draw a yellow card, I can immediately
Yeah,
cure it.
that's true. Okay. Yeah, I think I agree with your initial. I just wanted to think of some other.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
options. I agree with your initial thing of getting that yellow card doing, but you can hold on to Algiers because you're the pilot.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't fly to Algiers.
Because of the...
No direct flights or charter flights because it's a rioting.
Just occurred to me. Sorry.
No, that's good. Glad you saw it.
So in that case, like the smartest thing
Bogota.
to do is fly to Bogota, go
Yeah.
to Buenos Aires, and cure some stuff out of Buenos Aires.
Yeah. Which yellow do you have?
I have Bogota.
No, no,
Oh,
sorry. Cat.
She has
I have
Johannesburg.
Johannesburg.
Oh, that's never gonna happen.
I have Khartoum.
Khartoum.
Just here.
Because she can, after taking care of this, there's a research station right there, so she can move to there and then get up to here.
Yeah.
And meet you in San Francisco
Or
wherever.
somewhere in the neighborhood.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you can fly to there and.
Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. So go ahead and do that. I would do that.
Okay.
So. Nope. That's me.
That's you. I'm over here.
So. Because you have Bogota, yeah, and you don't need to discard it.
So that's 1,
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4. Or
Yeah.
no?
Yep.
Do I
No.
just go 3 and then move up here?
No, you can only do for you taking 1 cube off as an action.
No,
Right.
that's.
So I'm
she's-
saying 1. So that's 3 or 4. Or I just take 1 off and go to Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
You can just do that.
Yeah, one off and then Sao Paulo.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. Giddy up.
Oh god.
And black cards aplenty, motherfuckers.
Nice.
Look at that. 2. I got 2 more. I got Moscow and
And then I
Cairo.
can give you when we meet up. I can give you a
and
black card too.
that works
Well,
great
if you're
because I
both
have
in
to.
Calcutta.
Oh, that's right. Damn. I always forget about
I mean, I have Riyadh too, so
Well, she can't take the cards from us unless we're in the same city.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
But-
as close to Istanbul.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so
I'm
Okay.
so confused.
That is true.
I still
Riyadh.
find this
How
very
far can
confusing.
you point at Riyadh? Yeah, that is very close to Istanbul.
You may give any one of your city cards when
Mhm.
you share knowledge.
Yeah.
It need not match your city.
So so then the share knowledge says either give the card that matches the city you are in to another player, or take that card from another player. The other player must also be in the city with you. So your ability basically makes it so it can be any city card. It doesn't have to match the city that you're in.
We just have to be in the same
We have to
city.
just be in the same
Yeah.
city.
How many cards do you have right now?
6.
Okay, so you're
That's
still
my
good.
hand.
Yep.
That's my hand limit.
It is.
All right, so we need to infect
Great.
Atlanta. God
Fuck
damn it!
Blue. Yeah, mother
This
liquor.
is why these things get difficult.
And Essen.
Well, at least you're already going there.
Yeah, you can cure Essen adjacent to it.
Yep.
Or you can actually walk through Essen and go into Istanbul and then fly
Yeah,
back.
that's gonna take me more turns though, than just to cure it locally and then walk back.
Yeah.
So
Okay, well, it's my turn right now anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
5.
Oh, I do have 5. Great. I want to quarantine. Oh, I want to say Osaka.
Yes.
so that's the one. That's your one city that you can do outside of your
Yes.
neighboring cities.
But right now, Whatsits is completely roadblocked off. I can't read what city that is.
Chennai? Yeah.
Chennai is completely roadblocked off, which means the outbreak marker never moves up for Chennai.
Yeah.
So I would rather put it in Osaka. Then now I've got some more, so we will do Sydney.
That's 2.
Okay.
I mean, you could do Taipei if you want, or do something else.
Okay, so that's.
What about were there any more of these that you wanted to put on cards?
Oh, let me see what else we've got.
It it could be any of them.
It can be any of them.
Because you're in a place with both.
Removing faded figures might be
Let's see.
to a card.
Discard at any time to remove one faded figure from the city you are in.
This one is discard a card to not get a scar.
Discard to add a research station to your city regardless of panic level. for
These
this
will
turn.
also allow people to drive and ferry into collapsing or fallen cities without spending additional cards.
Where's that?
The drone escort? I just feel like they wouldn't have given these to us if we weren't supposed to use them.
Wait, discard this card when you drive ferry to collapsing or fallen city.
But you gotta.
I
move
think
it.
that we definitely want to jam this onto one of Jenna's blue cards.
So the thing is, like, this card is the only card that has this now. So like, we have to hope that we can get it again.
Yeah.
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 But at least it's in there, you
Yeah.
know?
I think that drone escort we want to have for Jenna. Because she can put that on any of her cards.
And then I can just
Can you
go
put that?
into
No, but it has to go on. She'd have to do it on her turn. You can only put it on cards in your hand.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
But that's
So.
why now I can remove from one. If I do a grenade belt, I can discard to remove from one faded from any city I'm in. How many more turn actions do I have?
Because you've done
3.
2.
Yeah. You have 3 actions.
So if you did that, that would be 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'd have 2 more.
Which wouldn't be enough to get me into Sydney and then back out of Sydney.
Nope.
But it gives me something for next turn. How many more things can I quarantine?
1. Just Taipei.
Okay. I could alternately move up to what I'm presuming is Shanghai.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 1. 2, I could quarantine something there. So I could quarantine Tokyo and then fly back.
2. Yeah.
I'd like to do that.
So you're gonna fly to Shanghai
Mm-hmm.
as 3,
Quarantine Tokyo.
as the neighboring city,
Mm-hmm.
and then fly back as 5.
Yep. That just prevents, if Tokyo is ever the bottom card,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
an instant outbreak.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright, let's see, it's one of them's red. Hong Kong,
So we pull.
they're gonna lose their quarantine.
Okay.
And the other one I had was Essen.
Sacked out.
Now we'll go ahead and draw 2. We're gonna have an epidemic real soon, by the way.
Lagos gets 1.
Because it's been a long time since the last epidemic.
And Jakarta.
This might be that one that was 12.
That loses its.
12 stack.
Okay. That it?
You probably can't see her, but the dog
Yeah.
is like sacked out right now.
Oh, good.
Luckily,
Just a
Jakarta's
bigger
mostly
head goes off the
roadblocked
bed.
off,
It's like-
and
Yeah.
one of the other cities is attached to
Very
is
cute.
quarantined, and the other one that only has one guy in it.
Yep. Okay. So. Okay.
That was all the infections.
I want to get angry.
Yeah, it's still only 2 because we haven't had
That's
a.
the point of
Um,
this game.
I do
Use-
want to
should
highlight
use
that we
July.
also either need to quarantine 7 cities or put military bases in some things.
It has to be 7 faded
Yeah.
cities that are quarantined.
So
When we're at 2, 3, 4, 5 right now.
Well, we were good until those infections are
Mhm.
closer to good.
Well, I mean, I think what we need to do is focus on curing stuff right now and just containing this.
okay.
Well, we have to remember when we get close to meeting the other objectives, we just have to figure out
Which one is closer?
which one is closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, and okay, so it's my turn. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I already drew.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm just making sure we did everything. All right.
Because well, it's like we overcompensate for the one that we forget.
Yeah. All right. So local connections takes these. That's 1 action.
Mhm.
Word.
2 to New York.
Yeah.
Um.
You want to do 3 to Montreal?
Yeah, 3 to Montreal, and then that just pulls blue, and then 4 to Chicago.
Jeebus, I got problems.
Well, at least the board started buckling up in the middle again.
Yeah, what's the deal?
It just does that.
Quit
Sorry.
being like that, board.
Okay. And then that's
That's
it.
my turn.
Okay.
So 2 cards. Be yellow, be yellow, be yellow, be yellow, be yellow. Blue! I got 2 blue cards.
The
Hey, you
fuck?
know what? It's better than an epidemic card.
Because that
Now
means it's
it's
coming up
gonna
on
get
my
one.
turn.
They're only going to happen on your turn.
I know.
It's that chair.
Oh, God.
It's that fucking chair.
Okay. So the first one is Ho Chi Minh City.
Which is going to lose its quarantine. I think you're going to have to pick off some dudes.
I think I'm going to.
And
How many?
Algiers.
A few Algiers.
We still have a lot. Okay.
One black.
Although you could attach that.
The what? The
The one-
star one?
What's the one that lets you? Huh?
The grenade belt.
Oh, the remove a
I
figure.
wasn't talking about the grenade belt.
The drone escort.
Drone escort.
Discard this card when you drive for any classes or responses to any expending any additional cards. So there's just 1 card instead of 2 cards.
Right. Which you could stick to a blue.
Okay, so that'll be my first action.
But you have to discard the card anyway, yeah?
She would currently have to discard 2 cards to do it.
Yeah, but then if I use this card, it's only 1 card.
But you still have to discard the card that it's attached.
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So instead of 2 cards, it's just 1 card.
Gotcha.
How many? Okay, let me think about getting into Osaka right now. Can you get back before you do that?
1, 2, remove 3, 4, 5.
Oh, yeah, you do have 5 actions.
Yeah.
That included putting the sticker on the card?
No. Sticker is 1, then 2, in for 3, pick 1 up as 4, and then she'd only be able to get back to Taipei. She could do all of that on 1 turn, but she'd have to discard 2
I
cards.
mean, I can go into Tokyo
How?
if I'm in Osaka.
Yeah, but you have
You
to
still get a scar though, don't you?
I don't have to discard on the way out, just the way in.
Yeah, but you have to discard 2 cards.
Wait.
So, hang on a second. What are you talking about, Kat?
Okay. I was about to elucidate. If you stick that sticker on the card, that's 1 action.
Yes.
2, Taipei.
Mm-hmm.
3, you move into Osaka.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Take a guy out.
And I would say roadblock Osaka.
But that would be 4.
But that prevents any difficulties with outbreak. Then you have additional cards where you can fly the hell out. Fly the hell out.
I don't think you can fly out of these cities, can you?
No.
Oh, that's right. You can't fly out.
Once it's a 2, no flights or charter flights direct in or out. No new research stations.
Yeah,
Existing research stations.
It would need a
destroyed.
military base.
I mean, I can stay in Tokyo. It's quarantined.
Yeah, but you would get a scar because
Because
there's
there
faded
is a
figure.
guy in there.
Yeah, you go back to vanilla every time because there's no faded character.
No, sorry.
face
I thought it was
there.
just like a.
It's
when
not
it
the
was an
number of the
outbreak.
guys. It's the
No.
the fact, the presence.
I
of
don't
them
think
at
you
all.
can do that.
Yeah, so don't put the sticker on there.
Okay.
Then. Because it's just it's a waste of time.
I mean, I don't really need to go into Osaka. It's not a huge problem if there's 3 in there anyway.
And it's
right?
and it's currently quarantined. I would say go to Hong Kong and take 1 out, honestly, because it doesn't have a quarantine on it.
Yep.
Can she only take 1? How many
No.
people can she take out?
I can
it's like
take
as
out-
1 action, she can take out 1 guy, right?
Yeah.
So she could go to Hong Kong, take out a guy.
She could actually go to Hong Kong, take out all 3, and
I
move
think go
out.
to Calcutta.
And
Why
move back.
wouldn't
Actually,
you
no.
just- no, just
You go to
go
Hong
move
Kong and
back,
move
yeah.
back.
Yeah,
you
that's
could,
what I
you
would
could
do.
clear
Well,
out Hong Kong.
you can also swing through Ho Chi Minh City.
No, because when she moves, she loses an action. So if she
Yeah.
just went to Hong Kong,
So it'd
she
be
could clear out all 3.
1,
Oh.
2,
and
3,
then
4,
go right back to
5.
Manila.
Yeah, okay, do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys.
And then that's 3 guys off the board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we can move my guy. Just a little.
And then I still get,
So
then
it
I
feels
still
like
get
something
5.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, here's.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
There it
There
is.
it is.
knew that was going to happen.
Fucking
In
A.
LA.
Super.
Well, wait, what's this?
That was her card. That's Kat's card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was just stuck to my elbow.
That's fair. I
Okay,
just didn't want to
increase,
make sure I wasn't
one.
doing something dumb.
Okay.
Infect, buy that.
Fucking shit.
Are we screwed? We're screwed.
God.
I can't see it from here.
Shanghai.
Not that screwed.
Shanghai has a guy in it, right?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
means there is an outbreak.
So it gets 2 more. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because we
and
can only
it
go up to
gets
3.
A number 3 sticker.
Okay, so let's do that.
Right.
Let's do this in
Yeah.
order. So 2 guys.
Okay. So
One-
outbreak.
Okay. And did you move up the upper?
I did.
Okay, so then it gets a number 3 on it.
Poor Shanghai.
A little bit closer, unfortunately.
You've really been struggling, Shanghai.
So there's that. And
Uh-huh.
then each of the surrounding cities gets 1, yeah?
Yeah.
So it
Just
needs...
those 3.
No, there's
4.
5.
5.
Fuck, I forgot those ones.
But Tokyo just loses its quarantine.
Yep. Okay, so
So go Beijing,
1 in Beijing,
one in Seoul,
1 in Seoul. This goes away.
Taiwan,
Taipei.
and Hong Kong.
And Hong Kong.
Well, it's a
Okay.
good fucking thing you just cleared out Hong Kong.
Yep.
Shit.
Okay. And then we
Fuck.
shuffle these guys.
Yep. This is where it gets awful.
Makes me feel sick.
I can't
I'm
shuffle
like, I
these
can't
very
remember
well.
why I wanted to play this game. Because it makes me feel sick when it gets like this.
Well, luckily we have
I
one
can't
city.
shuffle these very well.
Do you want me to do it? I can do it.
Why don't you go?
He's a
Like
good
weird.
shuffler. Make him
You
do
just,
it.
that's good enough right there.
Oh god. No, it's not good enough.
Alright, so
3.
Ho Chi Minh City.
Only 1, right?
Yes.
San Francisco.
Fuck you, San Francisco.
That's not that bad.
Honestly, that's like the best thing that could happen.
It's fine. I just.
and 1 more.
And Hong Kong. Oh, it's fine. It's
Jesus.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
We're actually getting pretty low on. No, we're good. We're fine. Whoops.
There should be 2 on Hong Kong. now.
Yes. I just threw one at it and took out the other
I
one.
saw what happened.
Good fun.
Okay.
Okay then. Good times.
Franchi.
So you've pulled all 3 epidemics.
Yep.
I'm telling you, it's up there.
God damn it.
Okay.
I never want to sit there.
Okay. So.
Well, it's easy enough to get to him.
That is true.
What do you? Do you have any black?
I do.
Also, you only have 6. You can only have 6 cards in your hand. Period.
On my turn, right? I wouldn't have to discard.
You actually have to discard it immediately. I read
I just
really
discard.
clever.
Then I just discard the blue ones. That's not a big deal.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about which one she should give you, which would be yellow.
Yeah.
I thought that was the whole point of this.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3.
Okay. And then I have to discard.
You could have cured Atlanta on the way through if you wanted.
Why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
And that's 4.
That's 4.
Okay. So then I have to discard. Should I get rid of Washington or Milan?
I would get.
Milan.
Wait,
I think both of them are.
Milan.
Same.
I would honestly get.
I'm gonna
I'd
get
get rid of
Wa-
Washington.
Yeah.
Because you're closer to Washington, and you might have to fly them.
Yeah.
Well, and you're really close to having eradicated blue.
Right, and so if Essen comes up, then Milan will be a really useful card to
Yeah.
have to fly over to Milan.
Yeah. Sorry, this is kind of bugging.
Ow.
That's fair.
Ow.
Are you stuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, these chairs are the devil.
Ooh, shorts.
Keep in mind this is Becca's turn still, so.
Yes.
My legs are just getting stuck to the chair.
So you've done your 4 actions.
Yep, okay.
Okay. 2 cards.
Fucking Jesus.
No, that's great. Buenos Aires is great because he can immediately take that on his turn.
I'm only allowed to have 6.
I'd get rid of the
Get
blue.
the blue one, yeah.
Or one of the red ones.
Oh yeah. I'd get rid of.
I certainly
Osaka.
can't. No one can fly around out there, so.
Well, I can't take. Oh, I can't take the yellow one on my turn.
Yeah, you can take the yellow one because you're in the same city as her. You can take any card you feel like, and then yellow's immediately cured.
Yep. Cool. All right. So now we do infect 3 times.
Yep.
Okay.
Chicago.
Jesus.
God damn
I
it.
know.
It can't because
you,
I'm in
you
it.
were standing in
Yeah.
Chicago.
I'm in it. Algiers again.
For fuck's sake.
And Lagos.
Oof.
It's not a great situation in Lagos.
Could be worse.
I think I'm not going to try to get to Lagos on my turn.
Which begins now.
Yes. Okay. What cities am I touching that are currently not quarantined?
So you've got 3.
Okay.
Do you just want to use 3 actions to do that?
Yeah, we'll quarantine. Wait.
Because you get 5.
Yes.
Ho Chi Minh City, Hong Kong, Taipei.
Why don't we quarantine Ho Chi Minh City?
How many
Well,
Quarantine.
technically San Francisco.
Quarantine Ho Chi Minh City. Quarantine Hong Kong.
She can
Okay.
do Lagos because it's her
Fly.
freebie. You can do one that you're not touching. Remember that.
I also get 5.
Yeah, but I want to. I know it's 5. So here, if I can say what I was planning to do on my turn to go back to our old rule of whoever's turn is. So I wanted to quarantine those 2. Then my idea was to fly to Shanghai. Then I can quarantine Shanghai. Yeah.
Because you're
So-
in it.
Right. So that's 4.
Mm-hmm.
5. I'd move back.
Well, you could just quarantine Shanghai because...
I guess I can just quarantine Shanghai from a distance. Anyway.
Yeah, that would be your 1.
Yeah, you don't need to go there.
Okay.
It's a turn.
Yeah. How many more? So that would be
You still
3.
have 3 actions to do.
Right. So
You can
that's
also do one of these cards if you're out of quarantine.
yeah. Let me look at these cards. So go ahead and quarantine Shanghai.
Okay.
Go ahead and quarantine Taipei.
So that's 4, so you got 1 more.
I'm gonna attach a grenade belt to something.
Okay.
Does anybody need anything?
One of the red ones, maybe.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and attach the grenade belt to Hong Kong.
Sure, why not? So we've got 2, 4, 6. That's 7 cities that are quarantined currently. So we're currently meeting that goal.
Yeah, but that has to be the case when it's at the end.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying we're close
Yes.
in that situation.
Well, we're about to cure yellow, and then black is.
Oh,
a
she's
little
got 3 cards, so
I do have 3 blacks.
Yeah. So
I also have Riyadh.
I'm gonna give her. Oh, okay. Sorry. Let's finish your
Let's
turn.
finish my turn.
Yeah, let's finish your turn.
I don't think I've drawn any cards
Nope.
yet.
So she gets 2.
Okay,
Jenna.
so give me 2.
You okay, Jen?
Yep.
Okay.
One of them is an epidemic.
Yeah, that was fast.
Epidemic. On the other hand, that's a funded event,
Mm-hmm.
which is place a quarantine marker on any 2 cities on the board.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what that bottom card is first, and then I'm probably gonna play this. Go ahead and move the infection marker forward by 1,
Wait, how do you get an epidemic that fast?
because it took forever before.
Oh my god.
Baghdad.
Baghdad.
That's not awful. So the cities that are currently in there, should we go through them?
Can take this epidemic card. Sure.
Because there's only 2, 4, 6. There's only 7 cards here.
Right. One of them's Lagos. I take it.
Baghdad, Lagos,
Okay. I'm
Algiers.
gonna play local initiative right now to quarantine both Baghdad and Lagos. Chances are they're gonna
Yeah.
come back up, so quarantine both of them.
So you want to Algiers? Which ones did you say?
Lagos, Baghdad, the 2 that are likely to outbreak if they're not
Do you
quarantined.
want to shuffle?
Ooh.
This way, we prevent 2 outbreaks.
Yeah.
Looks like our player pile is less than half now.
It does, but you're about to cure yellow, and he's going to be able to eradicate blue and then grab a bunch of black cards from you.
Well, I was just going to give her my black card on my turn.
You have to.
Oh, right. I have to be in.
Doesn't
Hong Kong.
work that way.
Shit, you're right.
I know.
All right,
So top 3,
top 3.
Baghdad.
There. That's why I did it.
And Lagos.
Christ.
And San Francisco.
Okay. Because you never know when the luck's going to be that bad.
Oh, yeah. No, I totally get it. Okay.
Did you take anger? No.
Nope. So my turn. So turn 1 is actually,
You want? Oh,
Yeah.
yellow. Sorry.
and yellow is now cured.
And you don't even need to use an action for
Nope.
that.
It just happens.
Yeah.
So you have the thingy.
So you've only taken 1 thing so far. You can eradicate blue immediately.
So it's yellow. And then so I'd like to just use an action. I'll use my local connections blue, and blue is done.
Okay. Blue's been eradicated again.
All right, so
I
it's
can
not.
also flip it over if that's, or is it sideways easier for you to? Okay.
So okay, so we've cured 2, so we still need to cure black. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have 2 actions. Yes.
Yes.
Which means you could take 2 black cards from her, or you can. You could. Oh wait, you can't because you already used your city connection.
Well, no, but that. Oh, you're talking about. Well, I used that on San Francisco.
Yeah, no, I was meaning so that you could just so you could get over to Istanbul and then cure this mess, but
Yeah.
it's not the end of the world. I think you're better off to grab the black cards from Becca.
Take 2.
Then she can give you another one on her turn. Hopefully that'll be enough black cards by then.
Yeah. All right. So I'll take 2.
Do you care which two?
Nope.
Okay.
What?
Mine-
What do you think?
Okay. I have Riyadh. It's really close to Istanbul. And you're really close to Atlanta to get over there on your next turn.
Yep.
I can go from here. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, because I have 5 actions to start in the same city.
Mm.
And then move to Riyadh.
Sure. That honestly, he could get the Riyadh card from you too and cure black that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think you should take the 2 black cards from Becca now.
Okay. Does it make sense to take 2 from someone who has 3, or then give the other? I don't know.
She's
The
the, only
issue is
person.
that it's the way that I'm able to pass them. Because he and I are in the same city, I can give him anything I want,
Okay.
Because
Or
of
and I can
Christian.
take it.
and he can take anything he wants.
I would advise holding on to Moscow because Moscow's the only city that can be flown into right now.
Okay, that's 4 actions. So now I take 2. Let's hope one of them's black. Nope, I got 2 yellow cards.
You're shitting me.
Nope.
Oop.
So I'm at 6 cards now. All right. Now.
Are either of them Lagos or Buenos Aires?
Nope, Mexico City and Miami.
Boo.
Yeah, 2 cities that I don't give a crap about.
Well, Mexico City actually is.
Yeah, but it's right next to a research station too. So, and I'm already connected
Well-
to it right now.
You're connected to it. Here's the thing about it: you can move to it and then fly literally anywhere.
True. All right. So infection time.
Yeah.
Hong Kong. Use one of those. 2 is Chicago. Doesn't happen.
Yep, because it's been eradicated.
And Ho Chi Minh City loses that.
Yep.
Okay. Your turn.
Okay. Should we take out faded figures, or
I kind of liked your idea of getting up
I think
here.
we
and
need to get to the.
I think that getting to Riyadh is a good idea on your part.
I think everything enough is blocked out enough and quarantined
Yeah,
that we should do that.
I agree with your idea of
Okay, so 1 fly,
Mm-hmm.
2 move, 3, 4, I guess.
yeah,
Take out 2, and then
yeah,
5.
because you have your
I have
only
Riyadh.
black card is Riyadh,
Yeah. And then
and that reduces our possible outbreak cities down to just Lagos again. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Ho Chi Minh City, but Ho Chi Minh City just got drawn. I know epidemics are a possibility.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to pull my 2 cards, and then I'm going to have to discard. So I have Beijing and Lagos.
Okay, Beijing gets a faded put into it.
I think I just give 2 of the blue ones away, right?
Well, there's always like giving the red one. What did I do?
I could use the red one too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I like
Sorry.
reds. Reds are good for me.
So Beijing gets 1.
You can dump yellow too, because
Yeah.
it's cured.
What do you have for yellows though? Lagos. I
Lagos,
would keep.
Khartoum, and LA.
Honestly, I'd get rid of your blues because there's
That's
no.
what, yeah.
there's
Madrid,
no-
St. Petersburg.
Other than flying there for some reason, but
I
they
think-
then
It's eradicated, so
Yeah.
there will be no diseases there.
Yeah, okay, so just 2 of the blue
Yeah.
ones. Doesn't really matter. So I have.
And then that just means you have to get to Riyadh.
Well, I need 2 more black cards
Well, Becca's gonna give you one.
on my turn. Oh, yeah, right.
On her
Yeah.
turn, she can.
And then
give
can I get to Riyadh in 1 turn?
you. Technically, yes,
Yeah, 1.
because you have
One,
1, 2, 3,
three.
4.
Okay.
How many
Okay.
cards are left to be dealt out?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Does that statistically give you the ability to go around twice?
No.
No, it doesn't. Unless there's a unless something gets built near there first.
Which, I mean, I have Khartoum. I could build
You don't have any black
on the
cards,
next
right, Kat?
one.
Kat, you don't
No,
have
she
black.
doesn't have
blacks.
any.
So I got 3, 4, 5 here. 6. Out of those 11 cards, 4 of them are black.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we know how that turned out last time.
It also still won't get around to you again.
Okay.
Well,
So,
I get one more turn.
yes.
So where are we at with your turn?
We still need to do this.
Okay.
Should we do
So
this?
let's do that first.
Okay. Algiers.
Which one?
Jakarta.
That's bad.
Oh, shit.
So that outbreaks. Oh crap, that's bad.
I can't even see.
So that's Jakarta. So that's gonna outbreak.
Okay, so let me move the marker forward.
So that's,
Card is outbroke.
and that gets a 3.
Yes.
The only city that it can infect is
It's
Ho
Ho
Chi
Chi
Minh
Minh
City,
But
Which
it's
is
gonna
Which will
out.
outbreak.
Which will outbreak.
which
again.
will outbreak.
Okay.
Okay, so hang on a
So-
second.
Now we're on this outbreak.
Yeah, because we don't add any figures. So
Yes.
okay, so then the outbreak meter goes up,
One more.
Mm-hmm.
and then this goes up to 2.
Right. It can't reinfect backwards.
Nope.
So
But it,
So it's these two.
yes.
yes, so Bangkok and
Hong
Hong
Kong.
Kong get 1.
Okay. And was that just your first one you drew?
That was the
That was the
second one.
second.
Okay, great. One more,
Montreal. Blue.
Nothing
which can't
happens.
happen.
So we're down to 2. I got 3.
Oh, I don't want this responsibility. Don't give me this.
So there's only 7 of these things left.
We're
I'm gonna be quarantining and doing all that crazy shit on my turn.
Yep.
Well then.
The best thing that could possibly happen is Becca gives you a black and draws a black on her turn.
Yep.
And then once I've quarantined, the game's over.
Yep.
That's the best possible scenario.
Mm-hmm.
wait. How so?
Because I can just take the black card on my turn. If she stays in Chicago.
Okay.
But yeah, because then I'd have 5, and then I just have to go to Atlanta.
Wait,
And then. Okay, you're gonna
how close is
quarantine.
Moscow to where you are? Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid.
What?
Because of the cards that you've got, you could have gotten to her, gotten her black card, and moved back.
Wait, when though?
If we had moved her to Moscow, Becca could have flown to Moscow without discarding Moscow
Oh, on her turn?
on Becca's turn.
But how on Becca's last turn?
Oh wait, never mind, because she can't take her card from her. Never mind. I'm thinking.
I'm like, because she wasn't where she is now.
yeah, no, never mind.
I was
Okay,
like,
so we're
wait,
done with
how
your.
did we miss that?
It's it's
Okay.
Becca's
It was
turn.
impossible.
We're done with mine.
Okay.
Stuck.
If you go to San Francisco, then you can fly to Riyadh, right?
What?
If you go to San Francisco, you can discard San Francisco to fly to Riyadh. You can take Riyadh from her.
And then what?
Okay, so that's 2, right? Am I right?
It would be 1, 2,
3.
3 to take the card.
Okay, 4 would get you to Cairo. Trying to figure out how to get it so that you can get Becca's cards and win. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I see where we're trying to go, but the math doesn't quite work out. I think the math is better if she just gives me the Moscow card now
Mhm.
and hope we get a black
Do you
card.
pull a black one?
Well, either she pulls 2 black. Well, fuck, she'd have to pull it because it would have to be.
She'd have to pull it because it won't get around to you again.
Yeah, because if I pull it on my turn, I'm not gonna. It's not gonna. I can't cure it on my turn then.
Exactly.
1.
We still have a 4.
We also have to be at a research station to cure it. So what if I go back to Atlanta, and then we meet back up in Atlanta? If I get more cards to give you, with that, and then we'll be in a place where you can cure it. Will that work?
Yeah.
Two.
What are the options?
Hazmat suit and field hospital.
Wait, field hospital is discard to add a research station to your city regardless of panic level.
I'm gonna put hazmat suit on city.
Oh yeah, because then you don't. It's the don't have a scar, right?
Yep. 3.
You could just not take an action.
Or I could put another one of these on San Francisco.
Yeah.
It would just be there for next time.
Yeah.
Because I don't have
Go
shit else
ahead.
to do, or field hospital. But I think hazmat suit's going to be more useful as
I
the game
agree.
continues.
For not getting a scar, that'd have been.
3, 4,
That's it.
1,
Come on, black! Yay! We won.
and a funded event.
Oh, it's the forecast.
That's pretty sexy.
Oh, I love the forecast.
So we just have to hope that you don't pull an epidemic.
Yes.
But this can be played anytime, not an action.
What does that do?
This is one where it's draw, look at, and rearrange the top 6 cards on the affection deck.
Oh, okay.
And then all I have to do is how many quarantines are currently laid down?
2, 4, 5.
Great. Okay.
All right.
We're like in the catbird seat.
Okay, so we
Yay!
have to infect.
We have to infect. So infect Shanghai, which loses its quarantine.
Okay.
Shanghai is not quarantined, but nothing happened, and it doesn't even get a quarantine. Does this go up at all?
That will go up.
And does that? But that doesn't move.
This
right?
doesn't move, but the panic level does go up.
So it goes up to a 2.
But because the city's entirely road blocked off, it cannot outbreak.
Yep.
It just means everybody's freaking out. They're like trying to get out of the city and running into roadblocks.
All right, and then number 3 is Essen. That's another happens.
Yep. All right.
Oh crap! Hang on a second. I need to discard one of my cards. Sorry, I forgot about that. So, not that it matters.
Okay, my turn. What have I got that I'm looking at here?
You need to quarantine, like.
I'm just
Yeah,
like
let me just
I
move.
can't see it all.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, first move me to Shanghai.
Do you want to
Hold on.
quarantine it first? Do you want to use?
I'm trying to quarantine adjacent cities to Shanghai. Oh, that's right. I only get 4 turns. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
move me back. Quarantine.
Because you can do one of anywhere.
Yeah, I
You
know.
don't have. Okay.
I'm just. How many do I have currently on here?
4.
There's just
No,
4.
3. Yeah, 4.
There's
1,
4.
2, 3, 4.
4. 6, 7.
So it would be the 2 that you're connected to and one other one right now.
Right. So I was thinking if I move to Shanghai. Yeah, that, and then I would have to move back. Okay, so quarantine Hong Kong. Quarantine Ho Chi Minh City. Quarantine Shanghai from a distance.
That's 3.
Let me see what are the other stickers. I'll stick one of those stickers on. Okay, so I have the
You can use
option of
any
doing
because
it.
you're in a city with both.
Yeah.
Drone escort. I'm gonna go ahead and jam a drone escort
Sure.
onto one of the reds.
I'll,
So it's discard this card when you drive /ferry into a collapsing or fallen city. You do not need to spend any additional cards.
or
Obviously,
Hopefully
Yeah.
for me in the future.
because it doesn't have to be the car. It doesn't have to be the. It just has to be the same color as the city,
Yeah.
right? Then drone escort. I'll take 2 cards. Okay, I got a black and a yellow. I think that we should do the forecast.
that's where I'm ready.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. That's why you were holding it up. I have to discard 1 card. I'll discard Soul, because
Who cares?
yep. All right, so I get to look at the top 6 and decide.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What I'm trying to do is avoid anything in the reds.
Yep.
Okay, Manila. What's Manila's situation?
You're
That's
I'm
where you
in
are.
it.
So that's
So
So
we want
Manila's
that.
definitely happening. Mexico City can happen.
Yep.
Osaka definitely should not happen.
No.
Atlanta definitely happens.
Yeah.
Sydney definitely does not happen.
No.
Buenos Aires is not in danger of an outbreak. So, did I get 6 cards? Yes. I'll put Mexico City.
Yep.
And so,
So
So
those
those
3
these
go.
go-
3 are not being drawn now.
Is that the order you want them for the next turn though?
It
Doesn't
doesn't matter.
Because they're
They're not
we're
gonna
gonna
get
draw.
drawn.
Okay. Just
We're gonna win.
trying to help.
Go ahead.
No,
No, it's
a good
okay.
call, but
So Manila,
Nothing.
nothing happens.
Right, because I'm in it.
Atlanta, nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico City.
Gets 1.
So there you go. That's it. You have the Angry Bird. No,
Oh, wait.
Angry Man.
Angry Man. Sorry, I'm like so excited to give you that card.
Let's see here. What am I gonna do for return?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So
These
we're
are all
gonna-
faded,
at
right?
random,
One,
Yeah.
I will take your card.
2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
sorry.
Manila's also faded.
Yeah.
3
Pure.
pure black. Go ahead and put the vial down on it.
So
just to
that's
make it
5.
official.
I'll be because I'm at a research station. Black is now cured.
Sick.
And that's it.
Woot.
And
We won!
Huzzah!
God damn it.
I'm gonna lay
Let's
on
see
the
what
floor and
was-
cry now.
Alright,
That's
so
stressful.
Karachi, Ho Chi Minh, Delhi, Tokyo, epidemic.
because we had no way of like it getting around to you again,
No.
so that's why we had to figure out. Because I think that's what we forgot to keep our eye on the last
Yeah.
time was like how much we had.
Yeah. Well, I mean, basically, she had to pull a black card, otherwise we weren't gonna
It
win.
wasn't gonna
Right.
happen.
And that's honestly with this game so often what does happen.
You just have to be lucky sometimes.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
I'm really glad we won, but,
But
I'm
now we're gonna get less
stressed
fun
out.
events, right?
Okay, so this month who was playing what again? Mitch, you were
The medic.
Jenna, you were
Colonel Franchi Mustard.
who is
The Colonel.
Just the Colonel.
Becca was the researcher.
Oh, I gotta write my name up
That means we get 2 fewer funded events
Yep.
next month.
here. But that's how we won with all 4.
And
Mhm. You
I
were the
was-
quarantine.
God, the quarantine specialist is like MVP, in my opinion, in this game.
Well, especially with the whole faded thing. Yeah.
Oh,
How many
I
you
mean,
had?
this was like the total nightmare scenario for fadeds too. Like with how many red cards got coming up.
7
Yeah.
left of those guys.
I mean, Osaka went to level 5. I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of these cities went to 2s and 3s.
Okay. At the end of your first game in June,
This is
before selecting your game end upgrades, and I'll pass the top secrets back to you.
9.
Yep.
3.
Yep.
That works.
Man,
Open the following door and then draw this card. It is W.
W, you say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need to stand up for a second.
Yeah,
My
go
legs
ahead.
are like.
W! It is equipment.
Okay.
Players may add 3 equipment stickers to any city cards in the player deck that don't already have stickers on them as a game end upgrade.
Okay.
Sweet.
So
We have 3 cities. We have 3 of those.
We used up all the rest of them.
Yeah. Because I was just killing.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
So that's a game end update. We don't have to do it, but it is an
Why would we
option.
not do it?
Because we could do other things. Like we eradicated blue, so we might want to make blue even easier to...
That's my vote.
That's my vote too. And then yeah, maybe put some hand grenades. Does anybody have a dime on them?
The change buckets over
Yeah,
there.
Look at it. I can't.
Would you care?
Thanks. Is this thing still on?
Yeah,
Just do that.
I just did that.
All right.
It's still going because we're not done yet.
I know.
I like that we got back to winning.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to be a loser. Okay. I always feel a little like a loser when I'm trying to scratch these win bonuses off, though. Glad everybody nearly has taken a crack at playing Rosa. Okay.
That one was a long one too.
Yeah, that one was difficult. Would you guys be okay with playing one more, or?
That's up to Jenna. I mean, I don't want to do tomorrow, so yeah, that's fine.
The second one always goes way faster because all the rules are fresh.
Yeah.
What I am gonna suggest
No.
is whoever plays quarantine should sit on that end of the table because it was a distraction that you couldn't see.
That is true.
We didn't think to have you guys trade seats, which would have made sense.
That would have
Because
made life easier.
It bothered you that you couldn't see your area.
We'd have to just rotate the whole.
Or we could turn the board. No, I'm just saying you guys could have just traded chairs
True.
from the
Yeah.
beginning of the game. Like in the beginning, you could have just traded seats.
I agree with Becca.
Because she's not doing anything with this. It's just odd.
Yeah, it almost seems like whoever's going first just should just sit here or there.
Just
Well, whoever has quarantine.
yeah, because like the medic,
Well, but like you
move
said,
around and quarantine just sits there and is looking.
yeah, no. What I'm saying,
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, either here or there because they're both on the
Mhm.
same side of the board. I mean, I'm just saying, like, basically
Yeah,
whoever's going.
it worked well for Jenna to be here.
Yeah, I mean, usually whoever's going first anyway is Rosa. So either whoever's first has to be sitting in one of these two positions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Win bonus. For any game played in July, after setup but before the first game begins, add one equipment sticker to a city card in one player's hand, or add 3 roadblock markers anywhere on the board.
Alright.
I like the roadblock markers.
Yeah, well, especially if we put all these on cards as game end upgrades.
Yeah.
Alright, so we won. I've marked all that. I think we've all marked the cards. I've gotten silver crap all over the table.
True.
So we have unfunded events that we can add. We can add. We can't do new stations other than. We could add one. You know what? Honestly, I kind of feel like that's the other thing we should do.
What?
Add a research station here.
Yeah.
We'll make that permanent?
Yeah. Because that way.
Well, my only concern with that though is that because of it worked out in this situation, but it may not be a situation where we can add a research station all the time because of how this plays out.
Right. Well, here's why I'm thinking we might want to have a starting research station there, is because that way both the colonel and the operations specialist can start in the hot zone. We don't waste a turn with both of them.
Yeah. I mean, you can immediately quarantine, which makes that.
And then I can immediately quarantine it.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
I'm just
I can see
worried that
that.
because of how this game plays out, sometimes that's not necessarily going to be a. We might end up losing it at some point. I mean, I guess it's down the road too.
Don't we have had to have built a research station? Oh.
That one is, we can
Oh,
make that
that's
one
not-
permanent.
Oh, okay. I
We're
thought
talking.
it was
We're
the way one.
discussing making.
I
it so-
personally think that we should make that permanent more than getting 3 more of these on, because it was really easy.
Well,
to
what
put
about
these
the
on.
blue? What about making blue?
No, that's the other thing that I would do. I would do that, and I would put a permanent because you get to do 2 things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be my personal opinion. Is
What are our other options?
our other options are can't do a starting military base
Mm-hmm.
because
We don't have.
we didn't put any new ones in. You can do character upgrades. We already were talking about doing positive mutations, or we can do unfunded events, and we never like the unfunded events.
Not really. No.
That's because the ones that are the cards are better than the bonus ones.
Yeah.
Positive mutation is really convenient.
I mean, I am saying we should do positive mutation to blue.
Yeah. That's
Because we
absolutely.
eradicated
And then I
it.
think we should put a permanent research station in Manila.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, one of the character upgrades too is increasing your handling by 1. I don't know if that's helpful.
Not really.
This shit is not that sticky.
No, it's not.
Oh, sorry. Careful, it's heavy. Yeah, like I said, my only concern is that this situation tends to be very fluid, and it's not always the same cities that you can just squat in the entire time.
Well, okay. The thing is, we can't do it to Shanghai ever because
No,
Shanghai's already got a problem.
Right.
So the 2 cities that we really are useful to have that going on in are okay. It would have been great to do Ho Chi Minh City. Ho Chi Minh City can't get it. You know.
What I'm saying is that this situation gets very fluid, and where you end up squatting isn't necessarily always going to be Manila.
Where I'm going to end up squatting is either always going to be Manila or always going to be Shanghai.
Permanent roadblocks.
How many of those can you lay down?
3.
3?
As one unfunded event or one game end up.
It says use a game and upgrade to make any 3 roadblocks on the board permanent.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
You know what?
Oof. Then they have to be ones that are on here right now.
Yes.
They'd have to be on here right now.
Ooh.
Any of this.
Any of those would be good. The one between Sydney and America would
Yeah.
be good to make permanent. Yeah, I guess more than having a research station there.
That's actually I forgot about these ones.
Yeah. It's any 3.
Use a game and upgrade to make any 3 roadblocks on the board permanent.
See, they didn't bother adding that to the game end upgrades.
Yeah, well, there's also
It's
some other
just-
ones.
There's,
Here.
I'm just, yeah, so there's
It's
another
the cards that are all clipped
cards that
together.
we've done. So an airstrike, remove 1 faded figure from a city. Military
We
bases.
can't do.
Character upgrades, formidable. You may use a city card from an adjacent city when building any structure. Veteran, you may take the military shuttle flight action.
Which the characters right now, we don't even want them over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am very pro number 1 doing
Yes.
Let's
the
do that. So
positive
let's go ahead and do
mutation.
that one.
Okay, so that gets a 2.
that gets to the second one, yeah.
Yep.
So
number
now
2.
you don't need to be in a research station to cure it.
No, you no longer need to spend an action to discover a cure for this disease.
Oh right, okay, sorry. It already had that you don't have to be in a research station.
Oh, so I didn't need to do that. Oh, that's for blue, not
For blue. Black we've
Yeah.
never managed to eradicate.
That's true.
I'm very pro. I'm more pro putting in the permanent roadblocks than I am doing the.
I think my vote is for this one,
My vote is definitely Sydney.
this one,
Yep.
and probably this one.
Yeah. I mean. The thing for Kolkata is there's so many ways to infect Kolkata.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually more pro, I think, doing this one, and this one right now.
And then you can go to Kolkata and roadblock it all off
Right.
in one turn, and then
You don't have to worry about the Mumbai to Delhi.
yeah. That was my thought too. And then maybe at the end of if we win the next one, then we can permanently roadblock those 3 if we can
Yeah.
ever get those in.
That's my thought. Definitely Sydney.
So
Right.
yeah. So let's do that.
Right, if there's 3.
And there's 15 on here, so we can do this up to 5 times. So
And then, like I said, I personally would do Mumbai and Delhi. Because the only way Delhi gets
This one?
infected, yeah,
These two.
yeah, because the only way that an outbreak will spread the faded to either of those if it's an outbreak from Chennai, provided Kolkata doesn't. And honestly, if Kolkata becomes a faded city, it's not the end of the world because the only place it can infect is Delhi. And if we roadblock those, then hey, we haven't wasted roadblocks. Does that make sense?
just remember, and now we have to remember that these also
Got
are
that.
hard. They're harder to get through.
Except for with the kernel.
Yes.
Is that one stuck down
For
very
Angie.
well over there? Because it looks like it's gonna.
Yeah, it's just crooked.
Okay.
They're
Just
all
a little.
double.
Okay.
Yeah. We've got to be a little
I'm always
careful.
worried they're gonna go flying away.
You
All
know,
right.
You could just do a little.
And then
clear
we're gonna
nail
do
polish on
it's
them, and
this
then
one,
let it dry.
Delhi to Chennai.
And then that's it. Okay, so we won the month of June.
Woo.
Join us next time for when we play July. Hopefully we'll do as well. Bye. Thanks for tabletopping. I love you.
We can eat all the cookies.
She does not love you.
I don't love anybody except for and my parents, and my brother, and my dog.
And your sister-in-law.
Yeah, she's okay.
Ouch.
I love her.
No, I love you, Lily. You'll never watch this.